3.
501.
173.
Shout all the numbers you want at Dungeon of the Mad Mage, Session 4.
Yeah.
I do like that our numbers made you not go when you said you were going to.
Yeah, bitch.
They didn't
Fucking
really.
gotcha.
Like, you're
Got
coming at me all contrarian, but they didn't make me change anything.
Got him.
Hello,
Got
everybody.
him.
Welcome to tonight's session of Dungeon of the Mad Mage, brought to you by Let's Fuck With Each Other.
Mostly Jeremy.
Yeah, let's fuck with the DM, because that's gonna end well. We're just gonna go ahead and jump in and get started. Yeah, let's have a good time. So
I still see the stream is starting soon. By the way,
It might take a
I
few.
don't. Your shit's fucked.
Yeah, well, I was not gonna go that route. I was not gonna say that.
okay, I restarted it. It's good.
There we go. Awesome. All right, let's do a quick
shit's
recap
fucked.
of what happened last time on Session 3. So, Bones found himself fighting for his life against Uktarl Cranach, the faux vampire leader of the Undertakers, who, at that point, lay dead or scattered by your hands. But Bones was not alone for long, and Uktarl, though skilled, proved no match for the party's combined forces. Rumble, rumble, rumble. It's storming here again, by the way.
Oh.
The aftermath of your second battle against the Undertakers left several of you quite injured, in no small part thanks to Ashes and his inability to control the feral nature of his lichen form.
I mean, we didn't have to bring that back up.
Get his call. Unprofessional.
I like how Odie's
Wow.
like judging in the background.
Yeah, he's like, fuck you.
Odie doesn't
Wow,
like
yeah.
it when he hears music or when he gets a call because it startles him. Now he's rolling. Now he's a roly boy.
Doesn't
Alright,
like
anyways.
music.
Seeking to atone for the damage that he had done and to build trust, Ashes offered forth a
Ashes.
silvered dagger that could be utilized against him should the time come. After that, you all set about the task of looting, resting, and searching the area, and you all resolved to head further north into the dungeon rather than heading back topside to report news of your success against the Undertakers. So, further into the dungeon, you found the rotting husks of the giant spiders that Anastas had told you about, laying in a long hall with many pillars and several branching halls and rooms. Down one such, you found a four-armed fishman who came alive and attacked you after you removed a box within its petrified grip. After defeating him, you utilized a small dwarven key Bones had found earlier to unlock the box and gain access to the prize within, a desiccated heart. You stowed your prize and continued onwards, eventually reaching the end of this long hall of pillars, guarded by a set of large double doors. Steeled yourselves against what might be on the other side, but as Bones opened the doors, a great ruin flashed upon the air in front of him. And yes, I did it again, cursing him with its magic. Immediately following, you heard the great flapping of wings and a terrible human-esque screech. And I need everyone to go ahead and select their tokens and roll initiative.
I can't see my token.
As I put you back on the dungeon layer, of course. Because
The lag layer.
that's what I do. Go ahead and roll on up
Got
over here.
him.
Got him.
Feels like an apt name.
Okay. What do we got?
I'm okay with that.
Gonna do some battle music. Alright. So, do me a favor. Zach, remind me, which ruin did you get hit with?
Lamouth. Lameth. I
Gotcha.
cannot gain advantage on anything for 24 hours.
That
That's
kind of sucks for you, huh?
pretty,
It's not great. It's not great.
pretty crappy ruin.
Could be better.
Rune.
Ruin.
Rune, for God's
Nope.
sake, rune.
I'm gonna do it for the rest of forever.
You were gonna
Hurts
do it
my-
for the rest of it anyways.
Yeah,
Oh.
for the rest of forever.
We're not looking at ruins. We're looking at a rune.
Nope, you're looking at a ruin.
Oh, it hurts. Hurts us.
So at this point, I'm definitely gonna overact it. Just saying.
You've already said it 10 times in
Yeah.
the 5 minutes.
But
we've
now
been
I'm
playing.
gonna overact it as much as
Oh,
I possibly
God.
can.
You don't have to.
Gotta.
Wait, so what ruin did he have?
Lammoth, Lamoth,
What?
Lamont.
What? We don't
Limit.
we don't jump Mitch, but we jump me? Oh, okay. I see. That's fine. I
Hey,
understand.
Jeremy, can you
You
remind
know,
me what
Jeremy, that's pretty
how-
fucked up because I was doing it 100% to back you up.
I know
and then
you
just, like,
were.
throw him under the bus.
I forgot what I was gonna say now. I've lost it.
Okay.
Yo, I got your back, dog. Roop.
Yeah.
So let me do this real quick.
He says, "Scoop da doo poo."
Yeah, that's what he said.
Just
Yeah,
like
bro, that's a fucking Kanye West song, my dude. Poop daddy scoop.
All
That-
right.
That sounds pretty apropos.
I think I understand why I'm not big on Kanye. Wow, that's a lot of things. Oh, we heard one set of wings, Jeremy. Calm down.
Flying up out of the darkness. You see.
How much damage does this fucking crossbow do?
Not enough.
Gross.
Think. Oop. Yeah, they have. That's 35. So flying up out of the darkness, you see.
What the fuck is that title?
That's the title of the song, bro.
What do we see, Jeremy? What do they look like?
Trying to
They have
actually
leathery
see if you can see
wings? Are they feathery wings?
it. You
I don't
see
see shit.
a great beast. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
No, a great beast.
That,
Quite great.
that at least some of you have seen before.
Oh, I recognize it. Okay.
Yeah, bro, I've seen that motherfucker. Wait, did I
Oh.
see that? I don't know if I was
The-
with the party at that time.
The furred body of a great cat,
Dad.
right?
That was
Muscular, spined. You see great leathery wings, and then a monstrous head with the face of a man with a gaping maw. So, at this point, the
Head.
Manticore
What?
is going to come into range, and it is going to
Bro, get 2 turns.
fling its tail. Bro gets 2 turns. It literally hasn't acted yet. Bro gets 2 turns.
They only get to move.
They
Jeremy.
only get
They
to move.
only-
That's how this works.
No, I was referring to the fact that there's 2 on the initiative tracker.
Oh,
There
there are.
definitely aren't 2 in the room.
Oh, yeah,
Well, okay, I only see 1, Jacob.
totally aren't. So,
There's actually
you see this thing, it's flying about 5 feet up off the ground, just barely above the ground, right? And it flicks its great barbed tail towards, towards all 3 of you. It just swings it, and 3 barbs fire off. 1 at
Interesting.
Bones, 1 at Matt, and 1 at Ashes.
1 would probably knock me unconscious.
That's a 6 at Bones.
Fuck off.
That is a 24 at
Roll to-
Matt, and that
roll
is
to have no
a
tail.
14 at Ashes.
All
Do
right,
you
well,
have? Do you have?
I'm gonna try and
missile
deflect
snaring?
that.
There we go. yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh, okay.
So what is it? It's
2 damage.
And
So-
double check.
yes.
That was me rolling for the crit fail, not
What?
for.
Oh,
Deflect
gotcha.
missile?
Yeah, are you gonna deflect missile?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just double checking, so it's Dex plus Monk. Okay.
All right.
10 plus 9. Oh, I don't think I cannot block this.
So as this Manticore flings
against
its
the
tail,
dice.
the first spike that actually would shoot out, he flings it like he sweeps it up from behind him and kind of like drags it partially across the ground, and you all hear this great scratching, this scraping, this as it kind of like scratches along, and you actually see Bones, one of these great quills snap off, and the beast roars. It actually harmed itself partially with the attack meant for you.
Damn, be harmed.
And then one tail spike flies at Matashtai. So that's a catch, I'm assuming. So you block 16 damage worth?
Yep.
Okay, so you snatch this tail spike out of the air as it hurtles through the doorway at your head. Are you going to do anything with it?
Yeah, he's too far away.
Okay.
It's very likely I'll miss.
And then a 14 doesn't hit you, Ashes. So the last one just clatters off of the column, the marble statue, the defaced statue behind you.
Okay.
Another pair of wings.
How high up is that thing?
It's only about 5 feet off the ground.
Okay.
He's might as well not be flying height.
He's within reach. Yeah, if you were to run up to him. Another of these creatures comes flying into view. And this one's gonna focus a little more. We're gonna do 2 at Bones and 1 at Matt. So 1, 2 at Bones.
Miss, hit, and I'll uncanny dodge the second one.
Okay, sounds good. So you will take 3 damage off of that. So it's just like this barrage of these spikes. And
Sure.
then 1 at Matt. Okay, that's an 18 to hit you.
Hit. And that's a lot of fucking damage.
That's
Jesus.
an 11. Yep, that's max damage on that one. So you snatch one out of the air, and then almost immediately there's another barrage, right? And you are unable to do anything about the second one. But after taking that blow, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Can't get to him.
I'm sorry. Did one of those? Which one of those was that? Ashes.
No, none of those were at Ashes.
Okay, just making sure.
Alright, fuck it. I'm going to spend a key point, and I am going to Step of the Wind. And
Okay.
I'm gonna run all up at that motherfucker.
Get it.
So I'm gonna start off with two-handed Tanbakiri.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's gonna hit. So you rush up, and this thing is still, it's flying, right? But it's flying low to the ground. So as you come up, it starts to like kick out at you with its back legs, right? To try to like fend you off.
No.
But you are
No.
able to pierce its guard regardless. Go ahead and roll your damage.
I am also going to expend a key point and try to stun him as I pierce his
Sure.
hide.
No, I don't want to. No.
So that is 12 damage. Nice damage.
And then he needs to make a DC 14 Constitution save.
He makes it.
He saves.
So you hit him relatively hard, but it is not enough to stun him out of the sky.
Okay, and then I'm gonna punch him.
Keep going. How about it?
I'm gonna do a dope ass like bicycle kick up into his wyvern groin.
Okay.
Or are you?
Don't think
Sure.
it 12 hits.
No, unfortunately. So right, like these back legs are kind of like kicking and scratching and trying to rebuff you. And this time they are able to fend you off.
All right. Well, it accomplished my goal. My AC is now 19.
Done and done. Okay, sounds good. Anything else for your turn?
Nope. This is gonna
All right.
hang out here, I suppose.
Ashes, after this barrage of calcium has come your way, right? Matashtai has rushed forward to meet these creatures. What would you like to do?
I will move ahead, my full movement, and since I have my crossbow ready, I will steady it towards the manticore that Matt has already damaged.
Okay.
And let loose
Sure.
a bolt.
Sounds good. 20 will hit. Yeah, you shoot him in the freaking chest. 7 piercing damage.
And after that goes, I will then stow my crossbow
Sounds good.
as my free action, and in my turn.
Alrighty. Okie dokie. Bones. Matashtai and Ashes have rushed to engage the manticores. What would you like to do?
I would like to do the same. Okay. Hold on. Just a minute. 5, 10. Okay. I made it. Finally. And I will just attack him with my sword blade. My double blade. So I'm gonna unhook it as I run up. And I'm just gonna go to town. I'm gonna do the spinning.
Yeah.
I'm a Jedi. Like I'm
The
a
spinning.
shitty Darth Maul. Like I'm
Gotcha.
a cat Maul.
Cat Maul. New name, Cat Maul. Gotcha.
And I'll just do the things.
Alright, have at it.
I did the things. I did the assaulting with the ends. And I assume one of those hits.
Both hit, actually. The 14 just hits. You can tell as you're dancing up, right, it tries to deviate slightly to be able to fend both you and Matashtai off, but you are still just able to score a blow on it. So 14 is their AC. That is going to be 19,
I cut him.
and then
Cut
another
his little
12
paw.
sneak attack. Damn.
I cut his little paw, and then I come back up with the other end. Maybe cut his little underside.
Is that 31 total?
31 total. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a lot of damage.
Very
That's
nice.
a lot of damage.
So you were able to get in so it's kicking right with its hind legs and it's lashing out with its tail, right, trying to both attack and defend. You were able to kind of step in and slice deep along its haunch and into its belly, and you actually see intestines partially like dripping out after you finish cutting it open. It's a grievous injury. This thing is looking rough. All right.
Yeah.
Anything else for you?
I cat growl at him. I go, wow, wow.
Sounds good.
Matt tries to imitate.
Wait, wasn't
You say
that
something
like
horribly
code
offensive.
for something earlier?
No, you're saying it wrong now, Jeremy.
Yeah, I don't. You need
But
to.
what
you
was
know,
the code for earlier?
Not all tabaxi phrases sound the same, Jeremy.
It's a little messed up that you think that.
Still not answering my question of what was the code for earlier.
The question is irrelevant right
No
now.
one knows the
Doesn't
answer,
even matter.
do they?
We're
That's
too
the reason
enraged
why we're
now
not
by,
saying
by what you
I
said.
know all of the answers, but now I am too indignant to answer your questions.
Uh-huh. Alright, so Ezra's gonna meta magic, I'm assuming.
Oops.
He clicks the meta magic thing, but I don't
know what
know.
you're talking about.
I
Nothing
need you to
happened.
talk to me there,
I was
boyo.
just looking at my stuff. I
What-
was
what-
not
what-
doing
what-
anything like that.
Ezra, your allies have charged into this great open chamber, fighting against these feral manticores. What
Just
would you
kinda
like to do?
here.
But point of inquiry for
Yes.
the DM: when the individuals flew, did they like drop down, or did they come from a direction?
They just kind of like came into view. So they didn't like
Okay.
descend into view.
Okay.
They just kind of like came into view. So roll an intelligence check, Mark. You wanna ask questions? We'll roll some dice and see what. Oh yeah, 14. The angle of their pattern, or the angle of their entry, their flight. It is likely that they were on the ground floor before taking off, right? And in fact, well, you can't see. You're not in the room. So, never mind.
We don't ask questions. We see big thing and assault big thing.
Yeah.
So I see two of these creatures hovering just over the ground. Are they both doing that?
Yeah, they're both about 5 feet up off the ground.
All right. So I'm gonna put my staff out, start putting my hand over and doing a whirling motion as my scars start glowing, and I'm gonna twin spell Chaos Bolt, one at each of them.
This is gonna be a thing, cause we did it in Dragon Heist, but I did it without realizing that this was the scenario. So we can chat about this if need be. We can alter spells if need be. Technically, Chaos Bolt is not supposed to be used by... Did we have this discussion?
Yeah, and you said it was fine.
Okay, fuck it. We're gonna do it because I think it's cool, right? So anyone who is like, technically you can't use Chaos Bolt because it could hit us. It can hit multiple creatures. Yes, that is true if you're following sage advice, but it's like a 1 in a million chance. Fuck it. Roll your shit.
Not really.
Well, it's not a 1 in a million chance. It's actually a pretty decent chance. It's likely
You
to
just
happen
need to
eventually.
Double dice.
Yeah, it's gonna happen eventually. It's just, oh
Wow.
shit. Okay.
And somehow got no doubles.
Yeah, no doubles.
Wow.
But still good damage anyways. Right? Okay,
The
so
second one is not an actual crit, just as
no,
a heads
it's
up.
not. And the second one actually doesn't hit. 11 is
Okay. Yep.
is zings off, right? But the first one,
So how do I pick damage if I crit? Do I get to choose from all 4 dice?
sure, why not?
That's 7, 6, or 4. I will say it is going to be psychic damage.
Okay, sure. So,
That's 25 plus 8.
technically we didn't specify which one is this bolt actually hitting.
I would do top down because that's just
Okay.
how my mind works.
Fair enough. Okay, so the top one gets hit by this bolt. The second one, the bolt kind of whizzes off, right? You're trying to account for Matashtai and bones being slightly in the way, so and you fling it off just a little too wide, and the wing kind of bends out of the way just in time. But that is going to be a hefty amount of damage on the first, or the top Manticore.
And as I
Yeah.
casted a spell,
Uh-huh.
I will invoke my tempestuous magic to
Oh, yeah?
move 10 more feet.
Sure. Okay, so there's just a little bit of a boost, like the air underneath you just kind of like coalesces and surges you forward just a little ways. And you are right at the entryway of this great chamber.
That is my turn.
And you hear another set of wings.
And I immediately regret moving forward.
And you hear that roar, and you see, all of you see up from the south, right? A third of these creatures come into view, and its giant tail lashes. Another series of spikes will fly out. And this one's actually probably gonna pick a specific target. All 3 spikes are gonna go at Ashes.
Oh, thank God.
Let's do it.
Oh, thank God.
Ashes kind of being, because this guy can barely see Ezrah, and Matt and Bones are on the other Manticore, but Ashes is just kind of out in the middle of nowhere. So it's going to be
Crap.
tail, tail, tail.
18 is the number to beat.
12,
No.
15,
No.
19.
Damn it.
Okay, I was going to say, there's... And the first two, either side of you, and the third one takes you in the chest.
Yep.
All right, 9 piercing damage, not too bad. Back to the top of the round, the Manticore that Matashtai and Bones have engaged roars in fury and pain. And it actually is going to... Yeah, it's going to lay about with its tail and its hind legs, and it is going to beat its wings and rise into the air. It is going to disengage from you and then rise into the air about 30 feet. So it's now...
Guess
about
I get
30
we
feet
get
up from
attack
you.
with opportunities, right?
Huh?
Disengage.
Yeah, you disengage.
Oh, he disengaged. I wasn't listening.
Well, Zach, you're
My bad,
supposed to
homie.
listen. I'm fucking with you. Okay, the other Manticore though, it actually is going to land and lope over to the side of Ashes. And it is going to try to claw and bite Ashes. So that's going to be 2 claws and 1 bite. Claw, that's
Yep.
6 damage from that. Claw, 17 is a miss, right?
17 is a miss.
And then a bite. Jesus. Rolling high.
And a 22 definitely hits.
Okay, so a 22 for another 10 piercing. Basically, this Manticore lands next to you and just tries to take you down, tries to maul you. Lands, rears up, and then just bites into your shoulder. Its whole face, right, its whole head, these things are pretty big. Its whole head is yay sized, so it almost like takes your whole shoulder and part of your upper arm in its bite.
Yeah.
But you are able to eventually remove yourself from its maw. And then we find ourselves at Matashtai's turn.
That thing went 30 feet up?
About 30 feet up, yep. This chamber, right, is massive. It's huge. It has these high vaulted ceilings. And, yeah. What do you want to do?
Alright. Let's see here. Alright. Alright.
Just jump.
I'm gonna hurl my spear at the one above me.
Okay, sure. Why not? How about it? What's the
Um,
range on your spear? Is it
26, so it's gonna be at disadvantage.
Okay, gotcha.
Ugh.
13, so close.
Oh my god, the other one was a fucking crit.
Oh god, yeah. So you see, Matashtai, you take your chin and launch Tombakiri up, and it's just, you feel it right as it releases from your grip, right? You feel that kind of like sudden betrayal of the overweighted head on this spear.
No, I feel betrayed that the thing flew away.
And almost
My
as if
spear
like
doesn't
there's
betray me.
almost as
Get
if
outta
there's
here.
like a little tug downwards on the spear inherently, so it just
No.
doesn't make it. It does,
I go up
however,
here then.
clatter back down to the ground. Are you gonna
Wait, does
grab-
it land like right next to me?
I mean, it's basically like you throw it up and then it arcs like
Oh
5
yeah, then
feet
I'm
away.
gonna grab it and run back over.
Like it's not like you just threw it across the room. You're not throwing at an angle. You're throwing up. You know.
If you allow me to pick it back up on this turn, then yeah, I'll grab it. before I
It'll
run over
basically
here.
cost you an extra 5 feet of movement. So
Perfect. I have 35.
perfect then. So you can
All right,
easily get over
then
there.
I'm gonna run over here. And I'm going to punch
Okay.
this thing. I think I have advantage, right? Because of flanking.
Ooh. Ashes does not have a weapon out currently.
I don't think you have to have a weapon to count
I've got
as.
these
Yeah,
weapons.
but you have to be threatening the creature. That feels... You know what? We'll go with
So,
it.
like, any wizard.
No, because they're still threatening to cast or do things or something like that.
Threatening
And yeah,
smack.
even in that...
He's got a fist.
Here's the scenario, right? Flanking is a variant rule anyways, so we don't have to get super nitpicky about things. Sometimes it doesn't feel right, sometimes it does. In this case, I think it's fine. So calm
Fair.
down. We don't have to turn every time I go, into an argument. Just saying.
No, I'm not.
yeah,
I'm just saying, like, your
Just saying.
argument was weak.
I feel like you don't know this group of individuals very well.
I feel like I do know this group of individuals. I'm just hoping, maybe they won't be as...
Any chance there's an argument, we're
Like, holy
gonna
fuck.
take it.
Alright. You didn't even fucking need advantage.
You just want it.
Doesn't matter. I'm going to expend a key point in
Uh-huh.
Flurry of Blows.
You start, All right, so you are able to round the creature and begin to pummel it.
Getting wrecked by the dice.
Another one will hit. Okay, so this creature now is starting to look pretty hurt, right? After the initial Chaos Bolt from Ezrah, it still seemed healthy, but after taking these blows, it is starting to look injured. All right, anything else for you, Matashtai?
Negative.
Ashes, you see, and I think probably Ezra is the only person that sees this. Maybe Bones, right? Depending on where's Bones' attention is lying at the moment. But Ashes, you see a mist begin to coalesce and form up around your feet. Just kind of like rise up and trickle out around you, right? It's your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm going to rip Quicksilver from its sheath. So it's in
Blade
hand.
comes out.
God, I hope manticores can't use swords.
Fuck you, Zach!
We're so contrary today. Like, this is not a teamwork building day. This is definitely a come at me bro day.
Oh god, this is going great. Oh, didn't.
Oh
advantage
no, sir.
it. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay,
It's great.
okay. The
There we
second hit.
go.
The second one. So the first one, like you draw Quicksilver from its sheath and go to lash out, right? But the mist, right? The sudden appearance of this mist around you distracts you. That with your wounds, right? It distracts you.
Oh, it hurts.
But the second blow, you're able to steal yourself, right, and refocus yourself and go into the creature. not
So this
weak to
black mist
silver.
that I see, is it just around me, or is it like a large area?
It's coalesced just right around you.
So
And it's not
if
even.
that's
It's
the
not
case-
even. It's kind of like filtering out like a fog, blanketing out from around you.
Okay, I will then step up here. Do I step out of it, or does it follow me?
It slowly follows you.
I'm gonna just kind of come over here by my buddy.
Okay.
Just try to get away from it
Uh,
without breaking contact with the.
So right, you're having to like slowly pace around this manticore, like fending
Yep.
off attacks and blows,
Yep,
right?
yep.
And the mist is it's just following you, right?
So
As
it's
you
still
kind of
underneath
like
me at the end of my
you
turn.
see this manticore, right? It raises one wing, like rearing up as you kind of like come around it, and you see the wing comes up, and just before it rises over your vision, you see a figure on the other side of the Manticore, about 20 or 30 feet away, right? You see this dark, featured figure with kind of these light, pale green robes or a tunic or something like that, right? And the person has a blade in hand, and then the wing finishes rising, right? Blocks your vision and drops in the next second, right? Because the creature's flapping their wings, and whatever that figure was is gone.
Cool, Jeremy. Cool.
You may have did much.
I like that. I like that a lot. In turn.
Okay. Bones, you're up.
Okay, the man above me and the other man are both weak.
Yeah.
Can I determine how weak?
Roll a perception check.
As in, my specific question is, does my learned brain, I said learned hunting brain, believe the flying manticore is able to be destroyed by a boomerang? What do I need to roll?
Perception.
You
All
can
right.
certainly
Or a
try.
survival.
That's a 9.
Oh,
That's
dear.
a-
No, probably. I think yeah, he can definitely be boomerang
so
down.
your answer, your brain's answer would probably be the same as like most answers in a normal situation. It would be if the blow is true and it's right, it's well aimed, weapon is sufficient, then any beast can be felled. But that
Wow.
may or may not help
Okay.
you in this current situation.
Well, then I'll just take the sure thing.
Yeah.
God, it takes so long to move. Hold on. 10, 15, 20. Someone's at my door.
Hide that quick. Oh no! Zach's getting got. How's it going, everybody?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Good.
It's is an OD day. Oh, OD boy.
Is it an OD day?
It's always an OD day. Every day's an OD day. Why are you sleeping now? Don't you sleep later when we're sleeping? Huh? Huh?
Alright, sorry about that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and close then over there, but since I can't get advantage on anything, I'm just gonna roll normally.
I forgot about that.
Attack,
Attack.
motherfuckers, sneak attack.
The 20 does hit, the 13 does not,
Whatever, I just wanted the sneak attack anyway, I don't really care about all the rolls.
but that is all you needed. The 7, right, does not bring it low, but your sneak attack does. So this creature is basically like it's encircled by Matashtai and ashes, and then ashes begins to kind of circle back around it as well, trying to escape this mist. And the creature follows, right, rounding and rearing, which exposes its back right flank to you, Bones, and you are able to rush up and just carve down the side.
Can I just cut him right at the tail? Like the base
Just like-
of the tail?
You like stab him in the gooch or something? Is that what
I want to cut his tail off.
So, sure, yeah. You cut off his tail, right? And the pain and shock of it, right? And the sudden loss of blood along with the rest of it.
Yeah, bro, his blood
things
pressure would plummet,
just
bro.
like drops. And he woozily like stumbles for a few moments and then collapses.
Hell yeah, peace out, bro.
Okay. Alright, so that is Bones' turn, and then we are to Ezrah. Ezrah, one of the mighty beasts has been laid low. Another has taken to the air. What would you like to do?
I'm going to back up just a hair,
It can still see you.
and I am going to look
Just
at
barely,
the one flying up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. A 24 will definitely hit. So this spectral claw rakes across the Manticore, and it rears and screams in pain and fury at this point. It is not dead, though. It's still alive. Not dead yet.
Damn it, I was muted.
It's my turn.
Okie dokie. Alright, this Manticore is up and ready, and seeing the fate dealt to its den mate, it too is going to lift off into the air, rise up about 30 or so feet. It is going to fly forward a tad, and then it is going to begin hurling tail spikes at you all. And first and foremost, it's going to hurl 3 tail spikes at Bones. So, Bones,
I am prepared. That
18,
hits.
5 damage. 13, that's a miss.
No, that doesn't hit.
8, the other 2 scatter aside, but one does find its target for 5
Alright, I'll
piercing damage.
Go ahead and fucking uncanny dodge.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So what's that, -3? -2? I always round down, yeah?
Yeah, so should be 2 damage. You take 2 damage.
So taken.
Alright, so that is that Manticore. Back to the top of the round. This Manticore, it is going to launch more tail spikes. Actually, launching tail spikes at Ezrah, our friend. 3 tail spikes.
How fucking far can you shoot those goddamn things?
100 feet.
God damn it.
Is
I
there
thought I was far enough away.
100 feet is their close range. 200 feet is their long range.
Good disadvantage range? Alright.
Yeah.
I am worried. 14
so-
is my AC.
Tail spike 1. That's a hit. 2 is a
Does
miss.
not hit.
And
Yay.
3 is
Oh, thank God.
a failure.
I am impressed. I am alive. And
It's fine.
I also am impressed. If he's not rolling Minotaur numbers.
Right? Not rolling Minotaurs. So this Manticore kind of like seeing, right? They're not incredibly intelligent creatures, but they do have some intelligence, enough intelligence to like see this this far off figure, right? Waving hands and mumbling things, and then surges of power are shooting out from him, right? Plus, you just look squishy. So the Manticore attempts to fell you with a series of tail spikes, but is unsuccessful. So that will be that Manticore. This Manticore is dead, so they are off the turn. Matashtai, you're up.
Alright. So they're both like way up in the fucking air right now,
They are
right?
both 30 feet up in the air.
Alright. Well then, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop Tanbakiri. Not costing me anything, right?
Yeah, no.
So then I'm gonna pull out my longbow.
Sure.
And I'm gonna use my bonus action to activate Kensei Shot.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pop a shot off at this man.
Sure. Ooh, yeah, that'll hit. And that will take the beast in the eye, and it plummets down to the ground with a sickening crunch thud.
I will then dash forward, ducking, weaving, sidestepping as I get close, dodging tail spikes. And
They're all like
I'm gonna
pierced
get,
along the ground.
yeah, I'm gonna get like just all up under this man,
Okay, sure.
and then I'm just like aim up,
Sure.
rock
okay.
off a shot.
Fire off a shot. And that's a hit. Yep. Kin-size shot is for every shot on that turn, right?
I will click it to
I'm
make sure.
90% sure that
Yeah,
is
I
the
am
case. I
too.
just wanted to double check. Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yep. Yep.
Any attack you hit using blah, 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 you retain it until
Alright.
the end of your current turn.
Sounds good. So Matashtai pulls out his longbow, takes down one of the manticores, closes on the third, and fires off another shot against it. Ashes, you find yourself bloody.
Real hurt.
This mist, right? This fog has begun to thicken, to coalesce around you, rising up. You can't actually see your own boots at this point.
Rise up.
The fog is so thick around your feet, and you hear this kind of careful, Crimson One. Your turn.
Glancing at my allies, do they seem to notice that, like an eighth of my body is covered in black mist?
They have, some of your allies have seen it, yes, but they seem a little more preoccupied with the manticores trying to kill them. So, yeah, give or take a grain of care.
Yeah, I
A
think it's
grain
fine.
of care. I don't think I've ever
It's-
heard that.
Hey, I
Just
like
an
to
action.
just make things up as I go. Oh my god. You're really stifling me here, Mitch. You criticize
I'm not
everything I
stifling
say.
you. I'm just commenting.
Everything
on
I
it.
say.
I think you're just getting defensive.
I agree.
Ashes,
I'll
what you doing, friend?
use my action to ready an attack if anything comes within melee range.
Okay, so you're gonna keep Quicksilver out.
Keeping Quicksilver out.
Right. You hear. You hold this lesser. And Bones, it's your turn.
Hash and one. Okay. I will, I'm gonna start moving forward. God damn, I hate this. Okay. I'm gonna start moving forward, and I'm gonna shift my fucking double-bladed scimitar into my left hand. I'm right-handed, of course.
Yep.
And I will draw my boomerang.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 20. Please move, token. 25. The boomerang is what? 20?
It's
60. Oh gosh, it's so
no, you
good.
got a range.
Oh, it's so good. Okay, I'm gonna storm boomerang him.
Storm boomerang. Do you all see Boach kind of Boach?
Oh
Boach?
yeah, I'm
Boach.
Boach,
Bones,
baby.
Bones
Boach
kind
is
of
gonna get him.
reach down, right? And where do you keep the storm boomerang on your person?
Yo, the storm boomerang, it hangs like off of a little thing, just like up here.
Like on your chest, like a kind
Yeah.
of like a bandolier
It's
type
like-
thing across
like
your
up
chest.
here.
So
Yeah,
you
right.
you actually
Right here.
unlatch it and then just pull it off, that type of thing.
That's right. Yeah.
Cool.
Right. Kind of like a shoulder holster,
Yeah,
but for a boomerang.
before a boomerang. So you have a sidearm boomerang.
Yeah.
That's what... Oh shit. Okay, cool. So a 20 definitely hits. You fling the boomerang up into the air. It collides with the manticore. 8 damage. There is a... Wait, is the storm boomerang lightning or thunder? I always
It's lightning. We
Okay,
changed. It
so there's
used
a
to be-
there's a loud static just discharge, right, as lightning courses through the manticore's body. It howls, and then it makes
It has
a
to roll a Constitution.
Constitution, which it
Shit,
succeeds.
thanks.
Damn,
I
I was
will-
hoping it would fall down so I could just pummel it on
Right.
the ground.
I'm gonna use the last 10 feet of my movement to go over here and get up on the wall.
Okay. Gotcha. So the boomerang just kind of like hits and then clatters to the ground just off the south of the beast. Okay. Ezra, you've been assaulted by a tail spike, but the creature that did so has now been felled along with one of its den mates. A third still alive. What would you like?
How high up is it?
It is 30 feet in the air.
I'm gonna reach out with a spectral hand.
Okay.
It is spectrally.
That will hit, right? So another spectral call slices across, kind of like tears through parts of the wings and across the shoulder. There's this blackened pulsing that goes out from the wound. And
then I'm gonna shift a little bit, and then my turn.
alright. Creature is now bloodied. A manticore. Yeah. It likes its chances here for now.
Damn it, doesn't want to go execute Ashes.
It
No,
flies
it's just gonna spike him.
away into the darkness for a lot of you.
Interesting.
Like the three of you that are in here can just see it on the end of your vision, right in like in the darkness, and it turns and it flings tail spikes at you.
Damn it.
Specifically, it is actually it's gonna fling 3 at Matashtai because
That's
Matashtai
pretty rude.
shot the shit out of it.
That is pretty rude.
Tail spikes. 1, 2, 3. All right,
Oof.
7 definitely misses. You're gonna
Okay,
try to catch
so the
one?
hard thing is now I see the damage on both those, and I want to block the bigger one.
That's
but-
fine. I like
Okay.
if it gets to the point to where I want to be nitpicky about it, I will wait on each roll until you decide what to do. At this point, I'm not super nitpicky about it. So you wanna catch it flings its tail, and all 3 come flying at you, and you're like, that one's gonna
That one's
hurt
going
more.
for my head.
Yeah. So there you go. You know. So you're gonna try to catch. Yeah, okay, so you snatch that one out of the air, and as you do, right, that one's coming for your head, you snatch that one out of the air, and another one grazes across your torso. Just like rips a gash across your
My vest.
your-
God damn it.
Oh no! We don't talk about damage to clothing, cause then we gotta fix it.
They don't make this material here.
Damn it!
Can't get this. My mom sewed this.
Oh man. Ooh. All right. So you are hurt, but alive. That Manticore is dead, and it is your turn, Matashtai.
How high up is he? 30 still?
Huh?
He's still 30 up?
Yeah, he's still 30 up.
Alright, well, I'm gonna... Can't say shot again.
Sure. Yep.
Pop off some shots at that bad boy.
Mm-hmm.
I think the first one misses.
Yeah, 36, 14.
Hmm.
Or at least that's what he said earlier.
Yeah, the 13 misses.
Hmm.
So the second one
I'm then going
flies through the
to
air, catches him.
dash forward as far as I can go.
Okay.
You can't get away from me.
I mean, is that a challenge?
Yeah.
Because right now
And
he's
then
not
I'm
trying
gonna
he's not trying to get away. He's trying to, use tactical
shit.
butt.
Well, I regret doing this now.
What's up?
Forgot that I used my bonus action. Oh well. I'm here. This is my life.
I am here. This is my life. I am out in the open, boys. Ashes.
I was gonna patient defense, and then I remembered that I used my bonus action already.
I will slowly follow Matt, and as I'm doing so, I will use my free action to stow my sword, and my action to draw my hand crossbow again.
You want to maybe drink some potions?
Okay.
You're good?
We don't have...
What do you mean we don't have? You have 80 potions.
We don't have.
I have like
unlimited
I have like
potions.
$3,000 of gold that I'm never gonna use.
I have
Fuck it.
7
And then
that I'm
as
spending
a-
on
as a-
dumb shit.
As a bonus action, I will quaff the healing potion.
Okay, so recount to me.
So
What did you
free
do?
action stow, action draw, bonus action drink. Is that fine?
Yep, sounds good.
Okay.
All right. So you drank the potion of healing, right? And
Yes.
as you're quaffing it, right? You hear Crimson One. Oh, that's the wrong color red, Mike.
Shut up!
Does Ash just do that?
Yep.
You fucking yelled at nothing.
Out loud.
I love it. Okay, everyone sees that. Everyone hears that. Bones, you're up.
Say, yeah, shut up, Manticore! And I go and 5, 10, 20, pick up my bow, storm boomerang.
Okay,
Stow it.
gotcha. Snatch it off the ground. Easy peasy.
Nah, hold on. Snatch it off the ground. I stand over.
Oh, okay.
Because I want to draw my bow.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna let the scimitar
Just
fall
drop
down,
it
dude.
next.
Fuck it,
You,
whatever.
you just drop it next to the boomerang.
We're just
You're
gonna
like,
create
this is
a
just
weapon
my pile of weapons right here.
Yeah, we don't need it.
I'll use whichever is required at the moment.
I'm in short bow distance, right? It's like what, 60?
Oh, I think short bow distance is longer than 60.
I don't know. For some reason, I don't have short bow distance on my macro.
Short bow
Might be 30.
is... Ooh, 80.
80. Yeah, I'm definitely
Definitely.
in there. Okay, I fire my short bow.
Sounds good.
The bone arrow. Short bow.
Shoot him with the bow. Shoot him
Oh
with the bow.
no! Roll me that beautiful
Uh-oh.
D20.
Jeremy, when everything is beautiful, nothing is beautiful. I just want you to know that.
That is true. And the string on your short bow snaps.
Cool, I throw that bitch down.
I swallowed my gum again. You guys do
Goddamn,
this to
Jeremy.
me every time. I can't
I think
chew
you
gum
gotta
around
stop
you.
chewing gum.
I
Damn.
can't. I chew gum relatively frequently, but I only ever swallow it when I'm with you guys because I laugh and then I swallow it.
He said,
Wow.
So-
which is backseat for
He said round and throws it at the ground.
So the bow just needs to be restrung, right?
Whatever, I throw it on the ground.
Which you can do after, right?
It's now a
after
bone
battle,
club.
right? But yeah, I like to swallow. Okay, so you
I bet you do.
you
Probably
throw.
shouldn't have said that.
It's Broccoli said it in chat. I'm just reading
Oh,
along,
shit.
right? Jeez, being responsive to chat, gentlemen. Gosh. Anyways,
I didn't even see the message.
My,
So
my
he-
link is
Whatever.
You-
I throw that bitch away. I don't give a fuck.
you fire off a shot, the bowstring snaps, you throw it down in annoyance, and then we are on to Ezra.
Boy, Ashes, are you okay?
We'll talk about it later.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is the mist on me still?
Ooh, another chill touch. Yeah. Ooh. Hold up. What's your sight range? He is out of your sight range, buddy boy.
There is torches all over.
There
the
is a
place.
torch, isn't there? Well, there's not torches all over the place, but there is a torch on Matashtai. I will say
Yes. Yes.
that. Okay. Yeah, you can see him.
I'm a beacon within the darkness.
You are
You're my beacon of
You are
hope.
literally a
You're
beacon
my
within the
beacon
darkness
of
right now.
hope.
So another spectral hand slashes across him, takes part of his mane and the spines, and you hear this kind of like crack right as the spectral hand like cuts through several spines, and then rakes across its face.
And then I take a step back.
Just like nope. All right, sounds good. This Manticore is just gonna focus on Matashtai, I think.
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Definitely within kill range.
In fact, I think this thing's probably at this point, right? Gonna go into that cornered
When does it
animal.
run out of spikes?
Beast backed into a corner.
Yeah,
style.
he's gonna go into that cornered animal mode, and
Charge.
well,
Charge me! Charge me, motherfucker!
see, this is one of the things that I don't like about the design of Manticores, right? Is you shouldn't charge. You should just stay away and shoot tail spikes because it's both
Consistent damage.
it's their best to hit and their best damage. And there's no reason not to shoot tail spikes because they have like 24 tail spikes. And I have gotten nowhere near to using 24 tail spikes on this particular Manticore so far. You know? But that seems like that should be the case. It seems like once they get on you, right, they should be more dangerous. Right? That they should be safer away from you, but more dangerous on top of you.
Well, add a damage dice, Jeremy. As long as he's not on me.
Oh, okay. Since you said
No,
I could.
I can't catch his fists.
So it does though,
Catch
right?
these
It
hands,
does
motherfucker.
do the animal backed into a corner scenario. It descends and charges at you, Matashtai, and it is going to claw bite. So claw
Come
one,
on,
it
man.
rears up on its hind legs, catches you in the side, right? Another claw
I'm going
comes
down
down,
this turn.
Oh no.
hits you from the other
I
side,
have 1 HP.
and then it is going to try to just swallow
Roll
you.
anything below a 17 while you attack me. Nah.
You're dead.
Okay. Cool.
So this
Like, you know how
Manticore
Jeremy
Every
rolls.
single time you roll.
descends and just mauls Matashtai, takes him down,
Dang it, now it's on the
and then
floor again.
just bellows kind of like triumphantly over his now unconscious form. And the earth elemental steps on your head.
I
to
cannot
make sure
believe
that
your
you're dead.
rolls with a +5.
Right? Right?
Stupid.
Yeah, it's kind of dumb.
That was
It's-
fine. It
it's a little
super well.
Okay, so Matashtai, please roll me a death saving throw.
That's you, Mitch. Okay.
No way, really?
You were looking like you were checked out. Sorry.
Alright, so that is one failed death save, and then it is Ash's turn.
Well, we got this crossbow.
You
Might
do
as well
have this
use it.
crossbow, right?
Threaten him in melee range.
Do you want me to go into melee range?
Yes, I do. Very badly.
He
If
wants-
Bones...
he wants a friend. He needs an ally.
Okay, I'll first fire the crossbow.
Sure. There's totally a like min-maxy way to do this. Okay, so you fire the crossbow. It
Yup.
hits. The bolt pierces into the Manticore, right? Who's roaring over Matashtai's corpse.
Yeah.
I'm not a corpse yet. Fuck off. Shit.
And then what are you doing?
I'm closing in with melee, and I load my crossbow and make it very apparent that I'm threatening. Urgh!
I don't even know why we're specifying. We already let you threaten previously.
Urgh!
Okay. So Ashes fires off a shot, runs and closes the distance on the Manticore, allowing Bones to do what?
Okay. Since I am weaponless, I pick up my double-bladed scimitar.
Yep. Scoop it up off the ground.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Rush over. Close
Please
the
move
distance.
the last 5 feet. There it goes.
And
attack him. Damn it.
Oh.
Well, Mitch
Oh
is probably
boy.
dead.
Oh no.
That sucks.
I mean, you have advantage.
You can
know
kill
that.
me.
No, I
You're the
don't.
Centaur Paladin.
He can't have
I can't
advantage.
get
Oh,
advantage,
he
because
can't.
he's cursed by an elder
Then why the
ruin.
fuck did I close in melee range?
So that
So
he
I could get sneak attack.
To get
Gotcha.
clawed.
Cool.
Alright, well, I fucking.
Oh man.
I think I used all of my movement to get here. So, I hold my scimitar in the right hand outstretched like this, trying to draw his
You're
attention.
trying to
Oh, you want it?
distract him. Yeah, sure. Okay.
Maybe he'll not destroy
Ezra.
Matt's body. I don't know.
You peek around the corner, you see Matashtai unconscious on the ground, ashes and bones, trying to distract the Manticore or kill it. What would you like to do?
Oh boy. Ezra, in a panic, is going to lunge his staff forward repeatedly, and as he does, a series of magic missiles shoot out.
Oh!
Third level magic missile.
And you rolled pretty well too, actually. Damn. Had to make sure, didn't you? Right? There is no hesitation. Ezra sees the situation, raises his staff, and a flurry of missiles and then streak across the room, detonating into the Manticore. Doof, 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 doof. And it lies dead at the end.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Jesus Christ.
All right. That
Well,
is
there goes my last third level, boys.
that is the end of your turn, Ezra.
Mhm.
Matashtai, make it a saving throw.
Wait, we're still in turn order?
Yeah. Anybody got a healer's kit? I
Yeah,
don't.
we're definitely in turn order because if he had crit failed just then, he would have died. We always stay in turn order until someone is out of death saving throws. But that is a success, and Ashes,
When
with
he
your
really
turn.
runs over and uses his healer kit to stabilize him.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because we all have like 1,000 of those.
Yeah, you all have like a bajillion healers kits.
And I will mark that I've used. Now they have 10 charges, right?
Yeah, something like that. What? So
Then I
healer
will-
kit. As an action, you can expend one use of the kit to stabilize a creature that has 0 hit points without needing to make a Wisdom Medicine check. So, in doing this, right, Matashtai is stabilized, but he is still unconscious. So, with that, we can drop out of initiative and out of the battle music over here. All right. So, in the aftermath of the attack of the manticores, right? Ashes rushes over and begins to administer to Matashtai. Basically, like your use of the healer's kit is like you pulling out a bunch of bandages and basically staunching the bleeding that Matashtai is hemorrhaging at this point, right?
Yep.
And you are able
Just
to.
like I was.
Yeah, you're able to stabilize him.
Are there any other threats in the room?
None that you can see. So actually, right as this happens, let's kind of chat about the room real quick. The entire room has the stench of damp, soiled cloth, decay, and feces. Right? It smells like a animal pen, one that hasn't been cleaned in quite some time. Right? Has that kind of odor to it.
As the mending is going on, Ezra probably would start heading towards the group.
Yeah, you can definitely close the distance. So there are about this room, right? You find 3 large piles of soiled, torn tapestries and curtains, intermingled with human bones and broken bits of stones that are serving as these odd mockeries of nests, right? Actually having like little cradled centers in them. 3 of them, 1 for each manticore. That is mostly it, but you can see that these nests are riddled with junk, random stuff. Okay. So, in the aftermath of the Manticore attack, everyone can add 500 experience points to their character sheet.
Hell yes.
Okay.
And what, pray tell, are you all doing?
You said 500, right?
Yes, 500. You put it in chat.
Loot the box.
500 XP for Manticores.
Ezra would start going through the
Manticores.
contents of the nests.
I'm still just snoozing on the ground.
Okay. Yeah, so in Matashtai's current state, right, of being stabilized but unconscious, unless he is administered magical healing, he will basically
Stay at 0 until he has a long rest.
My
No.
health potions
he won't
clink
stay at 0 until he has a long rest.
strangely
He'll
on
stay
my
with-
belt.
He'll stay at 0 for an approximate number of hours, at which point he will regain 1 hit point and gain consciousness.
Whatever, I give him one of his own health potions.
Okay, so you... Okay. I assumed that something like that was going to happen, right? But I wasn't going to, like, force it. Okay, so, Bones, you rifle through Matashtai's stuff, pull out one of his healing potions and feed it to him. Matashtai, please mark down 1 healing potion.
I punched the Manticore's body.
Okay,
you wake
so in your frustration, you vent on the Manticore, right? Ezra, you are searching. You said you were searching the nests, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You find. Roll me an investigation. Investigation. Okay, yeah. You find a bevy of little things, right, that may or may not be of some interest. You find a chain shirt. You find a bunch of different, like, broken weapons and gouged or torn bits of armor here or there, right? What I'm telling you is the stuff that you find that's still in good condition, okay? You find a chain shirt, a flail, a wooden flute that seems to be well carved, right? There's these kind of like vines going along the side of it, right? And
A
it's
flail, you say?
yeah, a flail, and then a wooden flute that is
It's actually a
well crafted.
flail.
You find a pouch containing 14. I have a copy of this, by the way. You find a pouch containing 14 shards and 29 nibs. And then you find another pouch with 21 gold in it. And the last thing of interest you find is a silver necklace with a bloodstone pendant. That is your copy pasta. So those are the things of interest that you find.
So point of inquiry, Jeremy.
Mhm.
Why is it 14 shards and 29 nibs, but then 21 gold?
Because I bounce back and forth. Sometimes I say nibs, sometimes I say copper, sometimes I say dragons, sometimes I say gold. Dragon hides.
I was typing it. I'm like, wait, this is wrong.
So, you know,
You're ruining my immersion.
Yeah.
technically it should not be ruining your immersion because the whole world is fine with both of those.
Immersion's ruined, Jeremy.
Like, in fact, if we want to talk about immersion, Matashtai would be like, what the fuck y'all calling them nibs for? Although I guess you've been here for like a month at this point, so maybe
It's true.
maybe
it's still
you
a
would
weird
have.
name for money.
But anyways, talk about immersion.
Matt
Fofo.
limps over,
Yeah,
picks up Tanbakiri.
yeah. So
Hey, you all right, buddy?
That one hurt.
you turn right. You pick up Tombakiri, and Ashes asks you, right? Are you all right, buddy? And you turn, and you see this dark mist that has coalesced around Ashes.
Hey, what's that?
I don't know. I don't know. It
Then
just showed
you
up.
You see the mist rises.
Uh,
I give you a battle stance.
this is bad, right? This isn't good.
And this is what Matashtai sees, right? This is all happening like in an instant, right? So you turn, you see the mist coalescing around his legs, then you see it rise, and you see a figure.
Wait, he sees a figure?
Teeny tiny little bitty figure. You see a figure appear out of the mist and drape it's a he, drape his arm around Ashes. And Ashes, you suddenly feel this person, right?
No,
That
touch. That touch.
You feel this person and you jerk, right? Do you freak out, right? You flail and step away, right? Their hands go up, right? They don't try to restrain you. But this person calm, Crimson One, calm. We are all friends here. Everything is fine. I just wanted to congratulate you all on your fine display. So you see, and let me actually get you guys a little bit of a better picture. You see this dark figure. Ugh. And he says, "Ah,
Oh, he looks cool.
He does look cool.
thank
He
you
really does.
for
He looks like the dude that played Noob in the Mortal Kombat movie.
He does look like that.
Thank you for ridding me of the foul creature. You're not overly hurt, are you?" He kind of like eyes each
like
of you, and he sees right the scrapes and cuts and bruises along you all, and he said he kind of like you see him lick his lips,
Oh, hell no.
and he says, "Ah, I meant to thank you for getting rid of those fools earlier. They were so noisy. I thought to deal with them myself, but just couldn't find the effort. But now that you're here, that problem's all solved."
And who might you be?
Me?
No, the other new person.
I am. And that is what you may call me.
Well,
Am.
how how long have you been following us?
Oh, following has or connotation.
How long have you been in our presence?
Oh, well. I had eyes on you earlier, and then. Well. You spotted me, Crimson One, did you not? Which,
Yep.
I must admit, piqued my interest a bit more.
Did you spot this man?
Yes, actually, it was back when we were dealing with the bandits. I believe I actually shot a crossbow bolt at you.
Well, in the general vicinity. I don't blame you.
So, what do we owe
You
this
live
honor?
down here?
Oh, no. I'm merely, vacationing. Seeing the sights, getting away from trouble at home. You know how it goes. I just needed
I do.
few weeks to relax.
Where's home?
Oh, not too far away. The other side of the city, I suppose. Not altogether a grand vacation, but I do what I can.
Which city?
Waterdeep.
Okay, just making sure.
He kind of he looks at you kind of quizzically, Ezra, and then you see him look at you again, and kind of like eye you up and down, and he says, "How intriguing." So,
Thank you.
friends, what brings you here aside from your excellent monster extermination skills?
Do I get the vibe that this guy's actually
A vampire?
Do you get the vibe that this guy's actually a vampire?
What? It's
No,
just too
like-
convenient.
I'm kind of getting vampire vibes.
Yeah,
I would like to use my
Already on vampire high alert.
the knowledge that I would have received in training and or hunting vampires in the past to see if he fits the profile of a vampire.
Don't you literally have a skill that lets you like
Well, not
See-
specific. Well,
undead or something like that?
hunters, fae, fiends, and undead.
A vampire would be undead. So yeah,
Okay.
you literally have a skill to like detect.
Would you allow me to roll a survival check to see if he fits the profile
Sure,
of what I
yeah,
have been
how
taught a
about it?
vampire is?
1,000 times over. Why not?
Okay.
nope, this is the one time you don't get to roll it.
Not the best.
So here's the thing, right? It is hard to say, right? Because you're not tracking something, right? You're not like following a string of victims. You haven't found a
that's true,
sarcophagus or something. Well, but here's the thing, right? So you haven't found like the telltale physical signs or aspects. You haven't seen him do any of that or seen any of those things. But that doesn't mean that your gut reaction and your feel of the guy is incorrect, right? If Ashes is getting vampire vibes, then at the very least, the coalescing out of mist or fog is still pointing in that direction.
Who has the silver dagger, by the way?
I think that's Bones.
Bones.
I do.
Oh.
Oh,
So-
I
so
gave it.
there's
I
kinda
believe
like
I
this-
gave it to you.
This moment hangs in the air, right? And Am just says, "Oh, I feel a bit of unease, friend."
Well, you did just appear out of nowhere.
Ah, yes, but I said friends, and I do not use that word lightly.
You don't know us.
Do you know each other? Well, at least?
I
Does
put
that
my
make
armor
me-
in ashes.
Of course I
We
Yeah,
cannot
we're
be
best
friends. How else does one make friends if not meeting strangers?
It's true. He's not wrong.
So, friends, I ask, what brings you to Undermountain?
Well, you seem nice enough. We're on a quest.
He
I'm on a
smiles,
quest.
like, he smiles at you when you say, you seem nice enough. He smiles, and you see these two elongated canines.
There it is.
Just hugely overacted, elongated canines. Love you, boo boo. Mwah.
I'm on a quest.
Oh,
Pilgrimage, if you will.
ah, pilgrimage. He looks at you and he says, "Listen." I don't get an overly zealous vibe from you.
Kind of take my spear and kind of hug it back to my body. And just... No, not really.
Ah, or a order or a guild or a something of that nature.
A brotherhood.
Ah, yes. Always nice. Brotherhoods. And
As this is going
still,
on,
you know, they're not-
as this is going on, I want to start cutting on these manticores, just getting real bloody.
Yeah, you just like go about butchering some of the manticores.
Just
Cut
right
out
next to her. He's
the-
like, oh yeah, tell me more. Slit.
Am does not seem disturbed by it at all. In fact, he kind of like looks over and he says, "You looking for anything in particular?"
I look up, bloody as fuck. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm a collector. I'm looking for bone.
well, yes, but anything in particular on this creature?
I don't know yet.
Oh, well, good luck.
Talons. I
Yeah.
don't know. Stingers, fangs,
Well,
strong bones.
I don't know
Hollow
that the
bones for,
spines...
like,
the spines are
Venoms
hollow.
and stuff.
Actually.
Oh.
Yeah, so the spines, the way the spines regrow is they're partially hollow, so they basically regrow in these chambers on the barbed tail, right? And they're kind of brittle, but they're numerous, right? And they're extremely sharp at the end. Like, they make good arrowheads or things like that, right? That type of thing. But other than that, the creature is covered in these things, these quills that are more cartilage than bone, if anything. And then there's talons, the normal skeletal features, right? But probably the most prominent thing that you're going to find are the tail spines. The most unique things about this creature.
Alright.
So, Am, and if you wanna actually do some harvesting, we'll get to that.
Yeah. I just wanted to be bloody for the
Sure.
conversation.
Yeah. And he seems he finds it interesting, right? He legitimately like asks you about it and chats with you for a second, and then he goes back to talking to the rest of you and says, "Well, I don't mean to make myself a nuisance, but..." And he turns to you, Ashes. He says, "Why is a Crimson Knight here?"
Might have been looking into something for the city.
Kind of narrows his eyes. "For the city. Come, don't be coy."
For
At this
Vajra.
point, Matt's like super confused, kind of looking back and forth as this conversation's happening.
Yeah? So you say, "For Vajra," right? And, his eyes narrowed, right? Oh, Vajra! Oh, I'm sure it's fine then. This is all just a misunderstanding. I get it now. Ah, yes. Right. Well. I believe that I am due for a bit of a nap. Been a tiring day. I think I will take
the
my
morning should be rising up pretty soon. Can't be out around that time.
Oh, well, no worries. I have a bed quite nearby. So, in the meantime, I wish you all the best of luck. Please do give Vajra my regards. And he looks specifically at you, Ashes, right? He says, do be careful down here. There are some nasty creatures around. Never know what might pop up behind you.
Thanks for the advice.
Oh, don't mention it. I'm sure we'll meet again. After all, we are friends, aren't we? And when he says that, right, he just kind of like, he walks away from you guys.
Mr. Amser.
And he starts walking towards Ezra.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
And you say, Mr.
Unsheathing his
Amser,
blade.
right? Huh?
You don't happen to have any other friends down here, do you?
Oh. He stops, right, and regards your question. I have some acquaintances. Some individuals, perhaps, that I once considered friends. One or two, perhaps. But I wouldn't concern yourself with them. You're unlikely to meet any time in the...
Okay. It was a pleasure, sir.
Yes, it was. He just like smiles this overly interested smile, and then he walks away. And he actually like he just kind of saunters off, like he doesn't like turn into a bat or turn into mist or just disappear.
really
like he just
should.
saunters
man,
across
she,
the
like,
room,
burst
like
into a
picks
swarm of bats.
picks his way around the spines that are sticking out of the ground and just kind of like walks down the tunnel and out of eyesight. And you hear the thump of his boots for a while before the sound too fades. So, friends, what would you like to do now?
So I
go
think
back.
it's time to go back up to the hunting portal and recuperate.
But there's
That was a little bit close,
there's so
guys.
much dungeon here left.
Gentlemen,
I could use a nap.
I'll ask it of you.
Bones, are you wanting to be on the phone? I think he's on.
Yeah, he's on the phone.
Okay, well we'll get to
he's talking
his
to Sai.
we'll get to his cutting and collecting whenever he gets back. In the meantime, let's go ahead and take a break. We've been streaming for about an hour and a half now. We got about 2 hours ish left. Let's take a quick 10 minutes bio. Let Zach finish his call, etc., etc., and we will be back a little bit. welcome back, everybody, to Dungeon Mad Mage Session 4.
Hello.
We have Am, the interesting individual.
Wait, is he really wanted to be called Am? Because I think he wanted to be called I Am, but we were just being dicks and we were just like, all right, Am.
He seemed perfectly happy to be called Am.
Okay.
Which is,
Does he just want to be called Ian with an M?
no, Am. A-A-M. Am.
Am.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So,
Am the vampire.
Don't know that. So Am has left you, right? And so you find yourselves in this Manticore's den, right? The piles, the nests searched by Ezrah. There are a trio of doors on the far eastern wall, right? And then these great double doors carved in what seem to be like the likeness of these two dwarven maybe clerics or priests, right? They have these tall ceremonial staves with these kind of like headpieces on the top, right? Each of them has this magnificent long beard with these huge kind of like almost like crowns that look like thrones, like these helmets, right? Arching up with these great rocky orifices. So relatively impressive. Is anyone trained in religion?
Where were those again?
Those are to the south. Anyone trained in religion?
Not me.
Not I. This is gonna be great.
Nope. I'm not.
These were just statues.
That's fine. Well, so you guys, none of you are trained in religion, but that's fine. So they are impressive, right? But that means they have no particular significance.
Anything that sparks a historical mind?
Not in particular, right? There's nothing of note in the design that would be historic specifically, right? But it's just decorative, and it obviously gives off like a religious vibe, right?
Okay.
But there's no like scenes or anything like that you could particularly pull from the imagery. So, what do you guys do? You are
cut them all up. I want to harvest all these guys.
Oh yeah, let's do some manticore harvesting.
The harvesting.
Do we remember what we did last time?
No, not
No,
at
sir.
all.
I thought we did a nature check as far as like targeting, and then a medicine check as far as efficiency. Was
Why the
that
fuck
what we
would we
did?
do Menacing for efficiency.
Huh?
Why wouldn't it be like nature and survival or something like that?
Well, so I could be conned into doing like survival for like figuring things out, right? But the medicine is basically your surgical ability.
I have a knife that literally cannot cut bone.
Well, yeah, that's adds to the fact. There are other things that can cut and snap and break. It's not always about what you get out of it. It can also be the danger presented in the creature's body, right?
Yeah. So that's
Harvesting from these monstrous beasts is not always a safe thing, especially when you're dealing with poison or venom or things like that.
survival.
So, I think let's roll a survival check to see kind of like how you ascertain, how you
25.
figure out what you think is valuable about the Manticore. Okay, so that's the most valuable things coming off of these beasts are going to be the tail spines, right?
Yeah. I want those.
The fresh ones, not the ones that have already been shot, because you find
Yeah, I don't want the broke ones.
So,
Fuck those
yeah,
pieces.
they basically shatter into shrapnel, right? So you want the fresh ones from their bodies. The other things would be the talons, right? The claws of the Manticore.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Those could
yeah,
be
let me
decent.
tell.
They're kind of like raptor size almost, right?
Oh,
These
yeah,
big
raptor
kind of like
claw.
hooked claws. And then potentially, and this one may or may not be something you're interested in, might not be something that you're looking for, but the What's your upper arm called? This bone called? The big one.
Tibula?
Upper arm
Your
bone.
muscle or a
No,
bone?
the bone. The bone.
Humerus.
Is
The
that your humerus?
Yeah, humerus.
Okay, so
no.
obviously this does not equate to manticore physiology, right? But that's similar. Basically, their upper arms are incredibly muscular, and what you find is the bones there are these very dense, solid, almost like sapling trees in like strength, right? You could make a pretty good like club or great club or maybe a quarterstaff, depending on the size, right? Out of something like that, if you wanted.
Cool. Everything awesome.
Okay. So those are the things that you
Yo,
have.
before I just go to cutting, hey, does anyone want anything else? Because otherwise I'm just going to go to cutting. Meats.
Yeah, you're good, man.
Meats?
Knock
Glam?
yourself out.
These things reek. They smell rancid, right?
Yeah, sure.
Just
They're stank boys.
saying. They're stank boys, yeah. Okay, so you go cut and roll me a medicine check.
Bait them. But I won't roll it.
Okay. You are able to collect about 10 of the tail spikes, right? These are all hollowed out about a foot in length, right? Tail spikes. Let me double check that real quick, actually. They might be a little bigger. Manticore. Yeah, they're somewhere about a foot in length or so. They're hollowed, except for the last like 2 or 3 inches that coalesce into a hardened tip, right? So you find 10 of those. You are able to get off of a 17. You're able to get probably about 5 or let's say 6 of the claws. And it's not that you're screwing them up; it's that you're only taking the best, right?
Yeah, all shit claws.
Because some of them are already chipped or fractured or whatever, just from these beasts being alive and being that type of thing.
Well, I got dulled rending my flesh.
Or yeah, they're dulled or infected or whatever, right? And then so the last thing, the upper arm bones, the humeruses, whatever.
Yeah.
Those things, you can probably get 2 of them that aren't damaged, right?
Sure.
Because while your knife is not cutting or gouging into them, everyone else's arrows and magic and stuff like that has.
Okay.
Right? So, again, kind of like glossing over that, only taking the things that are pristine condition. So, the tail spikes each weigh like a quarter of a pound. They're not a big deal. The claws are very light as well, right? But these big arm bones, they're both about 5 or 6 pounds each.
Damn.
Not like crazy heavy, but like I said, right, you could use them to make like a great club.
It's
if
pretty
that is
beefy
something
for a
that you
bone.
wanted to. Yeah. Like this is one of those things of like you have a lot of good material here if you want to just dress it up, you could, or if you wanted to whittle it down, you could. You know?
Yes. The whittling. And
It's
these
entirely
teeth
up to you.
seem good. What about these big teeth? They got big old teeth?
So they have a bunch of these. They're almost kind of like shark teeth, right?
I don't want no shark
Just
teeth.
these rows upon rows of these very filed down, sharp, maybe about a half an inch long teeth, right? They're little serrations along the teeth. You might be able to make something out of them, but
Nah, I got enough teeth. I got wavering teeth. Fuck them.
There are things with better teeth, definitely.
Alright, dope. We cut
Alright.
'em. Alright, so what are we doing, boys? Now that we've spent an hour and a half cutting up manticores.
It was like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Damn, 10 minutes? I'm fucking efficient!
Hell yeah, man.
Oh, no. It was like 10 minutes in conversation. The actual cutting probably took maybe about... well, here's the thing. You are efficient, and you get to ignore a lot of the normal problems that someone who is doing this type of thing would face because you don't have to worry about harming the bone. Because you can literally just, like, step in, cut here, and then just start stripping flesh off.
Just cut until it don't cut.
I mean,
Because
you have that
you're like,
special
you
knife.
stick the knife and you go, zoop, and it all comes off. Right?
Yep.
Whereas someone else has to go, uh-oh, gotta be careful, don't want to mar
Maybe-
the bone.
Maybe you should
know?
start using that knife to fight with.
Just fillet
Why?
the shit out of people.
Just whoosh, just that huge hunk of flesh is gone.
Alright. So what is everyone wanting to do? What's the plan, Stan?
Ashes would
The
like
mist,
to.
by
have
the way,
a
Ashes has
conversation.
disappeared.
I think we've been down here a respectable amount. We're pretty beat up. We got to get this curse off of Ashes. I think it's about time we head up.
You got
I have a.
rough estimation, by the time you guys, if you left now and you made your way back to the entry, you'd probably be at about the 8-hour mark of having been down here.
Sounds good to me. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Do
That's your
we
plan?
want to, like, just peek in these doors? Just leave it for later. Surprise?
You guys want to just peek in the doors?
Not
Particularly.
You wanna go-
I think we.
Hey,
I think we
Bones,
leave that
do
as
you want
a
to go
surprise.
listen at the doors?
Oh, yeah, I want to go listen at the door.
Bones wants to go listen at the doors. Well, shut up, Jake.
Damn, I should probably do nothing, though, because then we'll just get interested.
Let's
Because there's
just-
definitely not another magical rune at that door.
Yeah, but it
let's
could be
just-
a boon this time.
It could be a boon this time.
let's go rest up. Let's go rest up.
Okay, let's fine. Let's go. Just
You
like
guys could just like pop into one of the other rooms and take a rest.
Shut up, Jeremy.
You know? No?
You ain't funny.
You don't want to do that?
We can go back. We can sleep for 24 hours. I cannot be cursed anymore. We can start fresh.
That's an option. It is a thing.
Bone or Ashes cannot be cursed too. Maybe after he spends some money. All right, let's go.
Okay.
Top side.
All right. So if your plan is to make it all the way out, I'm just going to move you guys.
Yeah, just move this.
I'm not going to move you guys directly out because we got a couple of things that we got to do. But I'm going to move you guys. So you exit out of the Manticore den.
Mm-hmm.
Begin to head down the long hall of the many pillars, past the spider corpses, and back to the room. So do you guys want to go the route over here, the route that you took, or do you want to...
The most
I'm
direct.
assuming
You want to take the most direct route, okay?
Yeah, I think most direct routes probably the safest.
So
bet.
you come here, and Bones, this door is closed, but this is the door that leads into the room where you fought Haria and her flesh golem, right? As well as the bone throne and the wyvern corpse.
Sure.
You'd like to open the door?
I can't see anything. Oh, there it goes. It just allowed me to see. Yes, I want to open the door.
Okay. Please roll me a d12.
Okay.
Because as you guys travel through the dungeon, it's not without its
So-
risk. The door opens.
What? Who is this dead guy?
The dead
Is
guy?
that Anastas? Oh, that's the guy Ashes killed.
That's the guy Ashes killed. Yeah. So, guys,
Okay, Anastas was
find
dead
yourself back in this room with the wyvern corpse else. Continue to head down to the south and around Ashes. I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
I'm not. Just, I mean, I'm gonna, but wisdom save 15.
Okay. As you round this corner, you feel this shiver down your spine. The hair on your arms begins to rise. You feel a chill breath on the back of your neck.
This is where I saw I am first. It was in this hallway.
Do you think he sleeps near here?
Possible. If he does, probably better not to mess with him right now.
You continue forward. I need another 1d12 rolled. As you come into the chamber where you fought the second group of the Undertakers.
I'll do it again. Fuck it.
Yeah, I don't care who it is. Doesn't matter to me.
I hit like 4 buttons. It may
Okay.
not roll.
So, again,
Oh shit.
right? You make your way here, and the last time you guys, so you had rested in Uktarl's room, and then you had searched the area. After you had rested, you had found that these bodies, right, had been gnawed upon. As you come back into this room, you find that these bodies, there are torn and missing limbs. Most of the bodies have been disemboweled, and there are entrails drug along the ground. Entire portions of some of these bodies are missing. At this current rate, you might imagine that the corpses will not last many more hours within the dungeon.
Oh, that's pretty concerning. Drag which direction?
Yeah, like where?
Is there door trails?
Where are all these intestines going?
So mostly to the east, south, and southeast is the general direction of the blood trail.
The way we're going.
None of the blood, though, continues more than 10 or 15 feet before it's gone.
Okay.
And before the traces of it are gone.
Well, all right then. I guess we push on.
Okay, so to ask about navigation routes here, you guys had found some other halls leading out of this room. You want to go out the original way and then back down around, or what? What's the plan?
I think
Which
we'd
would
like
you
to
say is the safest?
go out the
Yeah,
original
well, like,
way.
How
Did
would you know
someone
that?
determine- 'cause I don't see it. Did someone determine that this was a door?
I don't think we ever checked it, but you know, I feel like I would like to check it given how many goddamn false walls we found thus far.
It's true. There have been a lot of false walls.
Like just an inordinate amount.
All right.
More false walls than I've encountered in all of the
So you want to go
games
down there and check, basically?
Yeah, let's see if that gets us back to our
All right.
titular
You make
yawning portal.
Ooh! I have you like all off kilter. Ooh.
Huh?
I can't even interact with the map. It's not so fucked up.
Dude, it's just scrolling. It's a chore.
I can't even get it to load in Firefox. It just
It won't even load for you in Firefox? Firefox is the only one that it will like work for
Firefox
me.
worked better for me last week, but this week it won't load. It won't even load it.
All right, so you guys make your way down to this corner, and you find, much like the sword room, Bones, where you had seen the 2 peepholes, right? You find
Oh yes.
a little set of peepholes on this southern wall. And
Damn. Is there a peep button?
anyone can roll me. So
A button that opens a hole directly near the groin?
roll me a perception check, or you can use your passive.
Just make a glory
18,
hole
right?
joke.
You so with your passive 18, right? You see immediately there aren't any buttons, there aren't any switches, no levers or anything like that. The wall itself seems.
Can you just push? Is it just a push door?
So you touch it and it does give a little, but
Mhm.
something seems off. I need an investigation check from someone.
Ezra, investigate this, please.
I'm not very smart.
I'm very dumb, but I'm extremely street smart.
Okay.
Yeah,
Perceptive.
I'm wise, but I ain't smart.
I am perceptive. I'm not even that wise. I'm just.
I'm
perceptive.
smart and very unwise.
So Bones is able to kind of like see everything immediately, like point things out, point out hinges basically, and check the door and everything like that. And after he starts pointing it out, Ezra, you're able to piece together that the manner of this door, if you push on it, it's basically gonna swing up and let you out, right? But it is a one-way door. The hinging mechanism is not gonna work from the other side.
Let's prop it. Prop it with Tombakiri.
Possible.
Think so?
No, I'm telling you off the investigation check right now. You guys could like use something to block, like open it, use something to block the hinges, and try to lock it in place.
We got.
Now,
Look, I got a.
Whether
I got
it
a bent
stays
hand
like
axe.
that is an entirely different matter, right? But
I don't want to leave my spear here, though.
Oh,
I'll
well,
shove my.
I didn't
bent-
actually
we
mean
could
to
put
carry.
We could put a piton in there. We could put a.
bent hand axe.
Oh, I have a lot of things. Hold on.
I got a bent hand axe. Let's use that.
You do have a bent hand
Sure,
axe.
if that'll hold
That is
it,
a thing.
do it.
So
I
looking
feel
at it,
confident one of my Manticore humorists will too, but I'm not willing to part with those.
looking at it, you gather anything like a bent hand axe or a piton or something like that would work, but you're gonna need 2, one for either side of the secret door, the one-way door. Okay.
Well, I've got 10 pitons.
Yes,
One
fuck
more.
it.
Okay, whatever. Piton it up.
Piton time.
You don't want to curved hand axe it. Okay.
One piton, one hand axe. I just want it out of my bag.
All right, we use one
Come on,
piton
that's
and
my
one
bad.
hand axe.
Okay, one
Get
piton,
this.
one hand axe. Sure, sounds good. Mark it off. So this
I did it.
allows
It has
you
been so marked.
allows you to open the door and lock it in such a way as to hopefully it will be opened when you get back. And so,
Yeah. Can we like block it in such a way that it like kind of looks closed, but it's not?
oh. Mhm. How would you? How? Okay.
Like, you know how if you shut a door, but you just like barely leave it so the latch isn't latched?
That is. You could try that, but you'll have to. I think. Right. I'm trying to think engineering wise. Right. The only way you're going to be able to do that is to set the things that are blocking the hinges, like just on that outer edge, and the way the pressure is on it, right? It might force them out eventually.
Which way does this damn thing swing open? In
Goes like this.
so like a
Oh, it's a doggy door.
does it swing towards the beginning or away from the beginning?
Towards the beginning.
Okay, so what if we just like shove the pitons up in it so they can't close all the way, and then put the bent hand axe like at the bottom so you can kind of pry it back open?
Like a little latch to like pull it up and open with.
Yeah, just like big enough to get Ash's hand in there or something.
You can try to do that, sure.
You guys want to do that? I don't really care. I just thought it'd be
mean,
interesting.
I'm interested.
Yeah. All right. Someone deduct one more piton.
I don't have any
deducted a
piton.
piton.
Okay.
Yeah, you deducted both because I don't have any.
Sure, I'll deduct 2 pitons.
Okay.
I'm
Let's not like we gotta keep track of everything. Yeah. No. Okay. So you guys.
I have a lot of stuff.
You
and
try
nothing to do
to
with them.
you try to finagle the door in such a way that it's gonna be okay. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. How are you going to, if it's not
A
fully
blanket.
open, right?
We use a
If-
blanket.
If it's not
That's
fully open, how are you going to block the hinges from this side?
We piton them in there.
Yeah.
Okay, they're pitoned in, and then we just, as it's closing, we let it close almost all the way, and we just stick the hand axe in there so it can't close all the way. I swear to God, I've done this with doors.
Sure. Yeah.
Dogs.
Oh God! Like, hold up, but like, so we're trying to make this so people don't see it, but someone's gonna come down and be like, "Oh my, a hand axe in the wall."
Well, okay, piton it then. Use another
Oh
piton.
my, pitons in the wall.
Well, so here's the thing. I think to clarify, right?
Okay. Hold on. What about this? What if we stick the hand axe in the back side of it and tie some hempen rope to it and put it under the door like a pull? Don't fuck the pitons. We don't even need those.
I do have some hempen twine.
How's the pull gonna get the door open?
He's gonna pull it open like a hatch, like a vertical hatch.
Is that how the door opens? Just like this?
It's a doggy door.
Oh. Well, hell yeah, let's do that.
Vertical
You wanna
hatch.
try to do that? Okay.
Try to do that.
Engineering feat. Are we saying engineering is intelligence?
I don't
Is
know.
that-
I
is
think
that
Bone
the
should
route
have
we're
to
gonna go?
roll this because it was his idea.
I am following the.
I will
Instruction?
participate.
Okay. So, on Bones with advantage.
Nope, can't have advantage.
Oh.
He was real quick on that too.
He knew it was coming.
Jeez. Ugh. Okay. Then I think. No, I think you guys are working this out together. I don't think it needs to be any one person. And I don't think this is so incredibly complex that we need to roll on it. So you want to take the bent axe, place it on the backside of this secret door, basically like wedge it in, lodge it in.
Yeah, logic.
Tie
lodged it.
some of this twine to it, and then have the twine out underneath the door so that you can use it to lift the door up.
Yeah. Maybe we tie a piton to the end of the twine so it's a handle. Then we can still use the pitons.
But then they would see the piton.
Yeah, but
and
maybe
we
they
don't
would
want
just think
people-
it's a fucking piton.
But if they pull on it, they open the door, and our
Only if
secret
there's-
is.
So
You're not wrong.
you so this will probably take about 10 feet
For the rest of this
of
campaign, I'm going to be
your,
pushing the floor.
your
for
twine.
pitons.
Got
Okay.
it.
Which we say twine, but really the stuff that you have is basically like it's like fishing line. It's like Tess.
Very
I have fucking hempen rope.
So,
Hempen rope is like super thick, though.
Oh, I
Yeah.
did not know that.
Well, it's like quarter inch or half
It
inch thick.
supports human weight. It is not
It's
thin.
big boy. So
I mean, it'll go through a piton eye.
Yeah,
Anyways.
piton that bitch.
That's what they're for.
So you rig this door to be able
Yep.
to open it from the other side.
That's right, we rig it. Trapdoor.
And
Commence
the
the rigging.
moment comes right where you're like, okay, we have to actually close it to see if this works,
Okay.
Yeah, fine. Fuck it. I mean, if it doesn't work, we just walk around.
and you do
like
it.
literally one other room.
Who's gonna? Okay, so it's there. Who's gonna try and open it?
Ashes.
I'll grab it and pull on it.
Roll me an athletics check.
How well can you tug, Ashes? Give it a tug.
Pretty well.
There we go. That's a tug.
Damn, is there a roll that's too good?
Too good a tug.
that's
Ashes
what I
takes it, pulls, and you all hear this king, 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 as he pulls the axe out from the other side.
Yeah, well.
It didn't work.
Alright, well,
Actually, right? You yank on it, and pulling on the axe,
it probably still
right,
opens.
hits the backside of the door, and you realize you can tug on this thing to kind of just lift the lip of the door, and then get under and raise it up.
Look, perfect, we did it.
So you do that, right? But you realize that this is a so-so scenario, and at any given point, it may or may not work.
Yeah, we did it shittily, but we did it.
So, all right. So if you reset the thing, right? This is now closed, but you all are now aware of a potential way to open up this door without having to go all the way around.
We fucking did it.
Cool. All right, let's pay our toll. And
How the fuck do we get out? Do we ring a big ass bell?
So there is a rope, right?
Do we
Dangling
tug
down.
on it, and it
right?
also rings a big ass bell?
Yeah. So what you actually do is you
Oh, yeah.
actually you tug on the rope, and then you hear this winch, right? This.
What does she sound like?
Like that.
And a few moments later, a bucket on another rope comes down.
Okay, we put it on
I
money.
put 4 gold in the bucket.
Yeah, okay. You put 4 gold in the bucket, and you tug the rope again, right? The bucket gets raised up, right? And then the basically the lift, right? The loop with the easy way to get up, right?
Yeah.
Is lowered down, and you guys are raised up into
Raise up.
the yawning portal.
rise!
Dun, 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 dun.
All right.
fucking
So,
here.
actually head back this way. You guys find yourselves back in the yawning portal. It is pretty early in the morning at this point, actually. You guys went down into the dungeon at like 9 or 10, right? The previous
I thought it was
evening.
later than that, but yeah.
I don't think so. It might have been, but not by much, right?
Yeah.
So either way, it's somewhere between like 6 and 9 a.m. Right? It's quite early in the morning. There are not very many patrons in the tavern, except for the usuals. You come back up. Bonnie it kind of like looks over and greets you all with a smile. Durnan is there at the winch, right? And like grunts. He says, Good to see you back.
Indeed.
If only to make 4 more gold off you.
Love you too, buddy.
He just like shrugs and raises his eyebrows at you and is kind of like, okay. He looks. You want rooms, food? Or are you getting out of
Yeah,
here?
we can head back to our place. Thank you though.
He mutters under his breath, right? About people getting too big for their britches and getting their own places and things like that. Right? He said, it's almost like a back in my day, we got rooms at the tavern where the dungeon was. I didn't have this highfalutin getting mansions off in the city. Blah 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 blah. You know.
See you soon. Bye.
So you guys see yourselves out.
Is Obaya up?
Obaya is.
I assume not.
Obaya is. Yeah, she's at her table. She seems to be breaking her fast.
Okay.
Damn, she drink all night and get up early. God damn.
May I have a word with her?
You can head over.
What, you don't want to sleep with a
Yeah.
cursed weapon in your hand?
Obaya, I was wondering if I might be able to schedule an appointment with you.
An appointment for what?
Fucking.
This. And I try to let it go.
she looks at you, right, like quizzically for a second, and then you like go through the, and she's like, yeah,
I see that you. I do not want to interrupt your meal, so.
Well, it's interruption, yes, but that's inconvenience. This is just an interruption for me, but that for you seems yes. Darnan, and she calls over to. Might I use one of the back rooms quickly? And he just like shrugs and waves her off. So she will pull you over to a back room. And
I swear to God, she just cuts it off, dude. I could have done that.
he just cuts it off.
You act like it's just affixed to the first layer of epidermis. It's
What? We just cut until it comes off.
no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me just cut the back of your knee. God.
She says. She says. As with all things, there is a price, friend.
Absolutely.
You're so.
Now, how much do I owe you?
We are on good terms. Get discounts. 150 of your dragon.
Absolutely.
You got it. I will hand over 150 worth of dragons. 100 will be gold, and the rest I will pay in platinum.
Okay, so Obaya will take your money, right? She counts it, right, as she does. And then she will take you and begin to speak these words of power and make these signs with her hands. And then she touches your chest, and as she does, you have an intake of breath, and everything about your body tenses and suddenly like flexes, and all about your body, your hair sprouts, grows, you feel fangs rise in your mouth.
Oh, that's not what I want.
And you feel the
Did she de-lycanthropy you?
curse reacting, right? But as with your training, right? I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
dear.
Don't kill her.
Oh dear.
This is not good.
God
That's a J roll.
damn it.
It's not Constitution. Why are you failing?
Your muscles seem to rip and tear. You feel the transformation kicking in. And everything slams, hits you in the chest. You are knocked on your back, right? Prone. Everything, the transformation in an instant reverses. And this is an experience that you have maybe had only a handful of times before, but your powers have been sealed for 24 hours.
Okay. Are we talking all of them, like rights? And
No,
maledicts?
your no, not the rest of it. Just
Transform.
your ability to shift into
Okay.
lichen form. And Obaya, right, is just like her eyes widen through the entire thing, and she goes, "That was not supposed to happen."
Get a discount.
Play it off. Play it
it's
off.
Fine. I should
What
have
did you do to
told
me?
you.
She says, "Yes, you definitely should have told me."
I usually, that's not information I'm usually very forthcoming with everybody. It's not.
She
it's
like
not,
walks up to you, and she takes her knuckles and she on your head, and she goes, "Hello, hello, is there anything in there?"
Yes, unfortunately there is.
Well, it does not seem like it. Do they not teach you to be wary of this type of thing?
Yes. I'm sorry, Obaya.
Thoughtless. That was thoughtless.
It
It could have been bad for either of us.
You want to keep the sword?
The sword's still in your hand.
magic, yeah.
The sword is still in your hand.
Wait, it's
Yeah.
Damn, money back guarantee.
And like you
Sure.
look at it like incredulously, right? And she looks at you and she says, "Well, had I known there was more than one curse, it might be different."
I mean, I knew you couldn't remove lycanthropy with remove curse. I knew that much. I didn't think it was gonna interpose with the cursed item.
Maybe for you, but that is not how it always works for others.
Okay. And gesture towards the sword.
Then is there anything I can do about this?
She says, "Yes." And then that will be 150 of your dragons.
Let's see.
Should have said something. That's an expensive holdout.
I give her 15 platinum.
Damn, you got 15 more.
Whoa,
Oh, yeah, you
whoa,
probably-
whoa, whoa, whoa! What's happening? You paying 15 platinum to get your curse removed?
I get it.
His second curse removed.
Second
Second
first
curse?
move. You just missed a fun thing there.
He didn't
Kyle.
tell Obaya he was a lycanthrope. So
She unlikened you?
No.
He
That-
cannot.
Oh,
Ashes cannot be unlikened with a remove curse spell, but
Almost unlike him.
he is sealed from his
120.
ability to transform into a lichen for the next 24 hours.
oh.
It's okay. We were gonna stay up here for 2 days anyways.
Okay.
So, Obaya will take the next 150 gold, and then she will cast remove curse on the sword this time, instead of on the person. And
Matt would like to help pay for that because like he ain't got a thing for money, and he was down there with you, so he'd like to cover half the cost of.
So 150
Curse.
gold.
Well, I'm okay.
Sure.
Okay. Sure.
Thank
Don't
you.
fight it, Jay. Just let it happen.
Yeah.
Just let it happen naturally.
Matashtai, which I've come to realize, right? And it's whatever you say it is, Mitch. But inherently, I'm like, wait, why are we calling him Matt? Don't we say Matashtai? Wouldn't it be Ma or
What?
Tashtai or Tai or Matash?
Ooh,
Why
I like
is it?
Ty.
Why is it Matt? Because we don't
Because it
say
starts with
Matt
MT.
Ashtai.
Because if you want the full story, his
Ooh.
name was Matt.
Oh,
His actual birth name is Matt.
oh well,
But when he acquired his Kuori spirit,
yeah,
you acquire a different name,
sure.
and he became Matashtai.
That's some cool backstory there.
I
Well,
like
it's
Ty.
okay, backstory.
Makes me think of Digimon. I like it.
So Jake is just like, nah, fuck this. You're going by Ty from now on. Okay, so Obaya casts Remove Curse for the second time, removes the sword. What are you doing with the sword?
I was just gonna get
It's a
regular.
yeah, it's a partially bowed piece of crap sword now.
Shit, I forgot we bowed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we tried to break the son of a bitch. I mean, I would offer it to her if she wanted it, but I don't think she has any use
she's just
for it.
like, I'm not interested. Perhaps had you brought it before falling to the curse, maybe. But now that the curse has been expunged,
Yeah.
she actually
Alright.
looks at you and she says, by the way, that is why I tried to remove the curse from you first. Because had I not had to remove the curse from the item, I would have been willing to purchase it.
Oh, you know what? That was wise. And again, I'm sorry. That's just my bad. It won't happen in the future.
You should be more forthcoming.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, I didn't hear anything there.
it's just not a lot of people react too well with that kind of information.
Ah, yes, but they react even worse when you freak out in front of them.
Oh, you freaked out? Perfect.
Shut up, Mitch. You are correct, Obaya. I am sorry.
He says, I know I am, and you should be. But that is behind us. Go now with your friends. Come back later.
I'll bow and excuse myself.
Alright, so you guys head on out. Ashes, freed of the curse of the sticky sword. And you find yourself early morning in the city of Waterdeep. It is chilly, right? It is basically the beginning of Uktarl, which is November, right? So early morning chill and the cold sea air blowing into the city, right? What do you guys want to do?
Now, this is the 14th, correct?
Yep, this is the 14th.
Okay. Well, at some point, guys, I need to go speak with Vajra again and tell her what we found about the vampires. Or vampire. And see what she would have us do next, or have at least me do next.
Why not now?
I didn't want to impose, but
Well, is it 6 or 9? That's probably important.
We'll say after all of these events, it's 9.
All right. So yeah, you can go do that, sure. Ezra, you had an idea about this necklace, right? You want to go get it checked out? You mean to find somebody?
Yeah, I was gonna maybe see if Obaya could check it out, but I didn't want to impose on.
How's she gonna check it out? She's not a wizard.
She can identify things.
She's a cleric.
Hasn't
Why
she
don't you
identified
two
stuff
get
for us
that
before?
checked out and
No,
Ashes and I.
I don't think she has identified things for you before,
thought
but
she
you have not
identified
asked her, I don't believe.
I know we did go to a merchant shop at one point to identify the
Yes,
I
nearby.
thought she did.
Well, she has offered to purchase magical items from you guys, right? But she hasn't. So, I mean, it would seem as though she perhaps has a way to appraise an item. Otherwise, how would she know it's magical, right? But she hasn't identified anything for you yet, so you'd have to ask her to find out.
If
mean,
we
we
didn't
can do
leave,
that.
if we didn't leave the yawning portal, I would have
Well,
approached after.
Yeah. I mean, so you could just drop by right before you guys are leaving and ask, right? So Obaya will say, yes, I have, and she kind of like rummages through her pouches, right? And pulls out a gnarled little wand, right? And she says,
Alright, I produced the silver necklace with bloodstone pendant.
and
That's
she
the one
will.
he said he had an idea about?
Yes, that's the one
Okay.
that
I produce it.
So she takes it in her hand and she doesn't do anything with the wand, right? But she closes her eyes and she begins to chant, and she does so for a great while, 10 minutes.
Oh.
And at the
Yay,
end,
ritual.
At the end, she unclasps her hand and she holds it back out to you and she says, "Unfortunately, is not magic."
What about the rest of this stuff? Wood shirt, flail, chainmail.
An hour later.
Any of this magic?
Does any of
Well-
it look not shitty?
Well, so the tech magic is actually a concentration spell, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
For up to 10 minutes. So after she casts it that initial time, she goes through your loot. And what are you presenting with her? Or her
Chain
with?
shirt, flail, wooden flute.
None,
Dwarven head.
I'm pretty sure there's other stuff too.
That's
none
all I
of-
have.
none of those items are magic.
Jay, I think did you have stuff too? I have a silver locket.
The only thing you gave me was a
from
disguise.
Haria, the female
Okay.
vampire silver locket.
None of those items are magical either. Oh,
Dwarf head
there
key.
is another item that you guys have gotten.
The dwarf head key?
Uktaro's fang.
The desiccated heart.
The phylactery.
Yep.
Alright, we'll show her the heart then, whatever.
Yeah, she kind of like recoils from it as soon as you produce
I was
it.
just gonna
right?
say, she really
She's just like, yeah.
Alright, put it back in the bag. Put it back in the bag.
It is definitely magical, right?
Okay.
And as she will say, that is crawling with necromancy. It is bad magic.
Okay.
Perhaps that's something we give to Vajra. She might know how to dispose of it.
What
She
happens
just
if I
kind of like
stab it?
narrows her eyes at it, and she says, "Whatever you do, just be careful."
You sure you don't want to buy it from us?
Fucking laugh.
She like looks right, and she kind of like worries her lip just a little bit, right? Like she's thinking about it, and she just, I cannot give money unless I know what it does, and I'm not. And she kind of like twirls the wand, right? And she goes, and I'm not quite sure I want to know. And I'm not quite sure it's safe to know. Sometimes finding the secret of magic can be dangerous.
Ignorance is bliss, right?
Real
Well,
ominous.
she looks at you and says, I meant more along the lines of sometimes when you identify things that triggers the magic.
Cool.
Magical ignorance is bliss.
She says, yes.
Source.
But unfortunately, I do not seek bliss. I seek items.
Alright. We close that bitch up. We lock it with the dwarf key.
Yeah, back in the
Mitch.
box.
You put the box in your bag, and I'll keep the dwarf key on my bag.
I don't want the box, I want the key.
No, you get the box. I'm not taking the box.
Obaya
box
looks
is
at
not
you
even-
and she
This
says,
shit's real evil. I don't want it.
The box has been in your bag the whole time.
I didn't like it.
I didn't like it.
Well, continue to not like it being in your bag.
Bonnie hears you all arguing. And suggests a game of boulder parchment shears to see who should carry the box.
Oh man,
I
Mitch
learned this game
squared
since
up.
I've been here.
Nope. I look at him and I open my bag and I drop the dwarf key in and I walk
As
off.
he does that, I try to throw the box into his
Nope.
bag.
I close it real fast.
Oh fuck. Okay. So you guys get your gear detected for magic, right? Now you know, right? Obaya has the ability to verify whether or not something is magical, and then also has a wand of identification should something actually be magical. She can do that for you. And since you guys are selling to her, in theory, right?
Possibly.
She is willing to do these things as part of kind of an appraisal, right? But it's kind of that, it's strongly inferred, right, that if you guys are selling to other people instead, then her free identifications and detections are probably going to be off the table.
Yeah, well, fuck that then. We sell to her. Sell to her.
Up to you. So, you guys can head out into the greater city. Like I said, it is cold, but it's early morning. The smell of sourdough, basically, is in the air. Cooking. And, what do you want to do? You guys head to the Blackstaff Tower?
I intend to head to Blackstaff.
Alright, so you guys take a coach up. Someone deduct 2 shards for me. And find yourselves at the Blackstaff's Tower with the stairs leading up.
I'll do it, I don't care.
There's that horrendous sensation as you climb the stairs, like an elevator bottoming out, right? That sinking feeling in your stomach, and then suddenly you're up at the door.
Does it get worse because Matt tries to race up the stairs?
Does it get worse? It doesn't get worse, no. But your racing up the stairs seems to take you just as long as you're walking up the stairs.
He tries to run faster.
It takes you about 3 seconds to get up the stairs. Whether you're running, walking, crawling,
This is weird.
cartwheeling,
That's just weird.
doing the worm.
I don't like it.
It definitely feels like there's some weird temporal shit going on. So,
Next time, I'm gonna try taking 1 step.
Okay.
2.
Next time we'll figure out what happens. So, the door opens. You are let into the long entry hall that lets out into the foyer, and there stands the elf Astadis, who greets you. Ah, you're back, as expected.
Hey, Hestadas, is the lady in?
She
Which lady?
is always in.
May I speak with her?
I don't know. May you?
That's not how that goes.
Thanks for the help.
Pedantic.
He smiles and nods at you.
And I start walking towards the hallways.
Yeah. So there's I mean, you've been here a couple times at this point, Ashes. You kind of just like go down a hall, and eventually find Vajra, right?
Yeah. It's just.
I think this is Matt's first time being in here, right?
This might be Matt's first time being in the Blackstaff Tower. Yes.
Yeah, so he's just
So you guys find your
tourist
ways-
mode.
Yeah, so there's this grand foyer, right, with this staircase leading up to a second floor, but there's basically a balcony at the second floor, but there are no doors. There's no hall leading off the second floor, but there are 2 halls, one to the left and one to the right on the ground floor. And Ashes just starts walking down one of the halls. And you all walk for about 2 or 3 minutes, and it slowly curves left before you see down the hall and here, right, this clump, and then you see Vajra come round the bend, right, the slow curvature of the hall, come round the bend with this great mirror, like, held up in one hand, and she is talking to someone. And she says, "Yes, I know. Will you let me have one word in edgewise, please?"
I lean into Ashes and say, "She must be talking to her mom."
And she stops, right? She pauses. She sees you all, right? And she's standing there in this kind of familiar or a similar dress to what you saw her in last time. This kind of like riding outfit, black leathers and everything like that. She has her hair parted up and over to one side, and the left side of it is shaved backwards, right? And then she has what looks to be like a weird half crown of pale metal, and there are these tear stones, right, like these little pearl gems dangling off the side of it. And "I'll have to talk to you later." And she
like really into cosplay.
Waves her hand, right, and the mirror disappears, and she takes this half tiara off her head, and she bends it with her fingers, and the whole thing snaps and shatters, right, and coalesces into this little mist of pixie dust or some shit, right?
Some shit.
And it kind of like falls down in front of her, and it creates this kind of like thin mist.
And that is why he is a
obscures her.
fantastic DM or some shit.
and then you see her, right? The shimmer dissipates, and you see her standing there. Her hair pulled back, right? No longer shaved on one side, pulled back into a bun that's kind of like bristling at the back with a number of different like pins. And then she is in a completely different dress. She's in kind of what looks to be like a shortened kimono that has this long red drapery, like a shoulder cape, like a side cape, right down the left side of it. And she just kind of like walks forward, turns, and there's a doorway suddenly in between her and your group. Right?
Question.
Yes.
Did we have time to fix my just ruined vest before this adventure?
No.
Alright.
Did Jeremy see my odd question?
Were you
in
asking
the
about
Discord
being
chat
able
at
to
some
fix other materials from other planes?
Yeah, about mending, working on mundane objects from other worlds.
Yes, you can definitely mend things. So if Ezra has been,
Matashtai would have approached or made some sort of a stink about it, and Ezra
I
would
mean, you
have.
wouldn't have made a stink, but you definitely would have seen him like kind of holding his vest
so
out. Like,
here's
putting
the
a
thing. I
finger
would say
through
this,
it
right?
and, like...
Ezra is pretty fastidious, or I can never say that word. Fastidious. I always put an extra syllable in there. Fastidious. Ezra's pretty fastidious about his appearance. He's constantly prestidigitation, right? Using that, and then I'm assuming also mending any tears or breaks in his own clothing. So you all see him do this frequently, so it's not a mystery that he has the ability to do this.
It's upkeep. It's not anything like Tulip that it's prim and proper. It's just upkeep.
No, it's just making sure you're clean and don't have these huge gashes in your clothing, right?
Yep.
So, are we assuming the party is just like consistently after every fight is just like, oh hey Ezra, can you like, you know?
Did you darn my cape?
He did it for Tulip because he wanted to impress Tulip.
Sure. I'm asking you guys. Is that what you guys are doing?
Oh,
You guys
yeah,
just
absolutely.
tend to say,
Yeah.
"Hey, Ezra, can you do this for me?" type thing.
Sure.
I mean,
sure.
if my shit gets real
I
fucked
think at
up,
this point Matt wouldn't know that that's something that Ezra does. So like maybe the first time he just kind of like.
Well, I would say at this
Looking
point,
all
right?
sad.
You would. This might be day one.
I got okay. So
Yeah.
I have these slash marks from
Yeah.
a certain lycanthrope
This
that
is
I
day
probably
one of you
have
experiencing.
there.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure.
So before today, no. Before the last 8 hours, no, you didn't know this. But now you've seen him do it a number of times.
Okay. Well, then I definitely would have been like, Ezra, would you mind helping me out?
I can certainly try. I don't know what this material is, but magic is magic. so we'll see what happens.
So that you go about it, and yeah, magic is magic. So like at first it's kind of like you feel an odd tingle, but it mends like anything else.
Yeah, you feel an odd tingle.
Oh, well, I take my vest off. You're not mending it while I wear it. Thank
Oh,
you.
well, you know.
Takes it off.
Oh,
You see rippling, lean
somebody like-
muscles.
I don't mend it while it's not on his body.
Love it, Zach.
Rippling pectorals.
All right.
No, he's very lean still.
So
He's not just like ripped.
Vajra, right? She opens
Ezra
the
is.
store and then walks inside, and you see, right? She like waves her hand as she's walking in, kind of ushering you all to follow her. And you find yourselves in a grand library.
What?
But yeah, now someone's looking, right? Yeah, you find yourself in these stacks, not like at the entrance, right? Mind you, you don't walk into a grand library. You find yourself in the middle, in the stacks of a grand library. And Vajra is already like looking for some book, right?
So as I see where we are, I immediately pull out Uktarl's fangs, hand them to Ashes, and say, "Here you go."
Figure it
And I
out.
start walking another way and start looking at titles.
So you kind of wander off just slightly, right? Vajra does say, "Don't tarry far."
Okay.
She looks over at you, kind of like just a side glance, and she looks at you and she says, "There are things that will literally eat you in here."
Oh. Okay.
hey, Vajra,
She like does the eye things, like, "I'm watching you, I'm watching you," right? And then she's like, "Yes, what?"
You have a book on what I can cut out of stuff? You have lots of books.
Cut out of stuff? What? What are
Yeah.
you talking about?
I cut things out of other things.
Yes,
there-
yes, that's fascinating, I'm sure. What
there
what
a
are
couch
you doing
nearby?
here?
Hurtful.
Vajra's not a pleasant lady.
I
Is
know.
there a couch
That's why I said
somewhere I
hurtful.
can sit?
There, you see probably 60 or 80 feet back, right down one of these corridors. There is a small sitting area with a couple of books piled up over there.
Then I would like to sit and start painting a image of Ashes talking to Vajra, with Bones kind of looking through his bag of bones,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
Ezra
Oh, yeah, I'm thinking
exploring
on
through the
So
stacks.
yeah, Ezra's like looking through things, right? Matashtai gets a wider view, right, to be able to start
Mhm.
doing this. And after Bones asks this, Vajra, like, she's looking. Pauses and she turns and are none of you going to tell me why you're here?
I just came to hang out.
No, we're just chilling.
Ma'am, I've come to report about the vampires within the entrance of the dungeon.
Just
Um,
let us happen.
She looks confused for a second. She looks
You
at she
seem
says,
like you just needed some bros.
"Vampires, entrances. Oh yes. Yes.
It turns out they were just two different groups of bandits parading around as vampires, and I'll kind of like hold out the fake
it
vampire
couldn't
teeth.
have been. How odd.
So unsurprised.
Right. But as we were planning on turning back, we ran into a real vampire.
She says this, right? And she says this in this very like offhanded manner, and then you say that, and she'd already turned around. She stops and she says, "All right, you have my attention."
He was a tall man, dark-skinned, introduced himself as I am. He was overly friendly, but had a presence of hostility. We had just finished fighting a...
Her eyes widen, and her hand kind of comes out, and you see her coalesce an image of Am, right? Spot on. And she says, "This man?"
Yes, that's him.
Did you engage in... No, of course you didn't. Otherwise you wouldn't be standing.
Engage in what? I want to know.
Hostilities.
Combat.
Oh, that conversation?
You should be wary. What did he call himself?
I am.
Or just am?
We just, yeah.
She just kind of like rolls her eyes and she says, "You should be wary around him, but note, can be trusted as long as you do nothing to disturb him or his."
Is he a threat to the city?
I would recommend you avoid him if at all possible. But seeing as you have encountered him, it can only mean he has taken some sort of interest in your group. Otherwise, he would not have revealed himself. And as far as being a threat to this city, I would not be overly concerned. Higher powers than you are aware of his existence and tabs.
Same.
Caution, Ashes.
Yes, ma'am.
As we said before, your journey into Undermountain will be fraught with danger. You will draw eyes the further you go.
Didn't expect those eyes to start accumulating on the first floor.
Well, we saw something in all of you. It was the reason why we sent you down there after all. It would be foolish to think that we are the only powers that have that insight.
Well, we're planning on resting up here for a day or two before we head back down. Is there anything else we need to be aware of before heading back?
Says,
That's a music change.
Wow, it just got.
I realized I
Oh.
still had the yawning portal music on, so I was like, this isn't really appropriate for a
I'm
conversation.
immediately
with
paying
Vajra.
attention to what's about to happen.
Right? I was like, this is kind of music for Vajra, so let's swap that up.
She says, "Oh yeah, meteor swarm."
And she says, other things to be aware of. Truthfully, I sent you down there after the vampires because, well, Jareth was getting a bit testy and that conversation needed to end. And fake vampires is a good enough excuse good enough reason to go gallivanting into a crazed dungeon, as if you need one. You're all adventurers, have your reasons. But as far as anything else, the matters I would concern myself with initially is the Xanathar Guild. They are quite prevalent in the higher levels of Undermountain. They utilize the dungeon as entry points, access, routes for their smuggling operation, or other such activities.
Oh yeah, the Brain Boys.
Her eyes rise. Ah, so you're not strangers. Yes, I would advise caution. And I would mind you that while this is not necessarily me recommending this course of action, the Xanathar Guild is a thing made for profit, power. Slaughtering all of them is not the only choice. I'm not saying it's a bad choice. It's just sometimes negotiation might be fruitful. Just watch yourselves. They're liable to, well, sign an agreement with you and then cut your throat right after. And I would recommend whatever business you get down to, whatever trouble you make with the Xanathar's guild, be wary of its namesake. Do not get cocky.
Kid. Well, then we won't hold up any more of your time. And we will get back to you whenever we have something to report.
Yes, that would be very good. Ah, here it is. Dissertations on magical fleecing. Not really sure why she wants this, but rolls her eyes. And she floats a large tome off of one of the shelves, and it literally, down one side, it has a sheep emblazoned in gold.
Damn, she boy.
Vajra will say, that is all. She kind of widens her eyes at you guys. I have business to attend to.
Ma'am. And
Same.
I'll start walking back out into the hallway.
Okay.
And expect to be magically spat back out into the foyer.
Ezra, you look, right? And there are a great many tomes here. Your attention is suddenly drawn to this barely corporeal, kind of spectral image next to you of a person. It just looks at you, and it's almost kind of like what is it? No Face from
Spirited Away.
From Spirited Away, right? It looks at you with these kind of big empty eyes. And it just points.
Ugh.
And you feel just ever so slightly this it pushes you just ever so slightly, it can't actually get enough force to push you, but it's gently nudging you. Yeah, this is a treasure trove for Ezra. This type of thing, the inner sanctum of the Blackstaff's tower. Maybe one day, right? Play your cards right.
I shed a tear as I leave.
Yeah.
I don't know how far I would have gotten on my painting. but if I got close to finishing it, I would just leave it on the table.
It's not. Well, it depends on like the detail. Like if you're doing like broad strokes, right? Just like less of a in-depth painting and more of like a sketch with watercolors or something like that,
Mhm.
right? That type of thing. You would probably have been able to get close, right? I'd love to see that, like an actual like fan art, not a super detailed painting of that
No,
depiction,
it's
but
literally
just like
a
the quick
sketch
like
of parchment.
Exactly, that would be super cool. So as you all
Like imagine like the Japanese, like the just black ink
Yep.
on
So
paper.
it's these unseen servants, right? Well, I say unseen. They're partially corporeal, so you can just barely see them. Come nudging all of you that are still around. I didn't get it. And then as you all are leaving, Vajra turns and she says, "Oh, Ezrah."
Yes?
You have something you need to share.
Ooh, with the class.
What do you? This is Bones' reaction.
We have eyes all over the city, Ezrah. Communications with
It's ominous.
certain individuals
Sounds like Ezra's a
don't go
traitor.
unnoticed.
I mean, you were in the.
Well, some of your contact knows, but that doesn't mean everyone else knows.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Hi.
Uh-huh.
I mean, there was a missive sent to me, but I did speak to Mert in regards to.
She
a
rolls her
possible
eyes.
lead.
Says, speaks with Mert. Speaks inside the Tower of Magic of Waterdeep and speaks with Mert.
I mean, he yes.
He's my sugar daddy.
She looks at you as like eyes you like.
I blank stare like, yes.
Have you tested it yet?
I know what it does. I haven't used it yet, though.
Know what it does?
Yeah, Mert identified it for me.
Well,
A piece of
entirely useless,
the
I
puzzle, so to
suppose.
speak.
Be careful. Do not get in over your head.
Careful is my middle name.
Very well.
It's not. I don't have a middle name. But
She says, "Thank you, Ezra," and she waves you off like.
any chance you'd be willing to part with any of that? No. Okay, maybe we can talk about it. Bye.
She actually, like, as she's waving you off, right? She actually says, "Maybe next time, if you're good and don't keep secrets."
I didn't mean to.
And one last thing, Vajra. This is probably not
She
really high
she
on.
turns and puts her heel down and yes.
About what you were asking me to look into at the Yawning Portal. I think I might have overstayed my welcome. I might have compromised my position.
She pauses and she says,
Compromise.
she kind of like steps a little closer to you and in a very hushed voice so that no one else can hear. She says, "I'm sorry. What did I ask you to look into at the Yawning Portal?"
The doppelganger thing.
Oh, right. The doppelganger.
Where
Damn, she don't remember.
There's like 5 of the employees.
Well, have they murdered anyone?
They have not.
Have they destroyed anything?
No, ma'am.
Are they stealing ancient artifacts that can end our world?
Is she
Not
just
that I've
doing
seen.
stuff we're doing? Is that what she's doing?
Then why are you bringing it up?
You have a good day.
She smiles at you. I'll try.
Damn.
Damn, that was the most fucking. I don't even know what the word is to describe that tone she just ended on.
I'm
I
sorry.
don't even have a word to
Take that
describe
quest.
that.
My headcanon
And-
of Vajra is an extremely powerful, self-assured woman who knows exactly what she wants, and everyone else is just fucking wasting her time. Oh, anyways, so
I still kind of like her. I mean,
I still love.
Yeah,
I
why
love
do you think she's Tulip's fiance?
Yeah, right. So you guys find yourselves walking out of these doors, right? And instantly, right, you walk out of the doors and you are back in the foyer, right? And Astadis turns and he smiles and he says, "Oh, you're back so soon." And he doesn't look like he knows what to do with his hands, and he says, "Hello."
hi. We're gonna be heading back to the yawning portal. Just hold down the fort while we're gone.
Were you trying to imitate Ezra's laugh? Because I hated it.
A fort? Hold down. Hey, he looks confused as you guys walk out of the Blackstaff Tower. And back into Waterdeep. And it is still early in the morning, right? Close to probably 10:30 at this point. What do you guys want to do now? I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
I mean, like, go back and sleep since we've been up all
So
night.
you guys go to Lifted Spirits? Or to Trollskull Manor?
I mean, we don't have to, but that's what I would like to do.
I think that's the general concept for the party.
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Let's just go
Y'all
fucking
down with
sleep,
that?
bros.
Yeah, let's just get a fucking good old rest in.
Yeah, okay. So you guys
Good old
head,
fashioned long ass rest.
you head back
Long-ass
to
rest.
Trollskull Manor. You are greeted there by Sine and staff. They bring up food for you, right? You guys can have some hot baths, clean yourselves off, rest, and then it's like 6 p.m.
What? Because we slept or what?
Yeah, because you guys saw.
Yeah, we long rested.
Yeah, you long rest. Everyone
okay.
can benefit from the effects of a long rest, right? So you get all of your HP back, you get all your spell slots back, you get half of your hit dice back,
That's
rounded
two.
rounded down.
Two.
Yep, half of your hit dice back, rounded down. You both. So Bones, you are still affected by your Elder Rune for another
Sure
16
am.
hours.
Sure am.
Ashes, you still can't transform into a werewolf for another 16 hours. What do you guys want to do?
Actually, I would like to have
Day of alchemy lessons with
Fauna.
So do you guys just want to like use this time to reset, right? So it's like 6 p.m., right? If you
Yes.
guys just go through this whole night, right, you can't benefit from a long rest, or I mean, you've already long rested, right?
we are taking 2 long rests.
So
is
you're,
my
you're
intent.
basically just gonna lounge around for the rest of the evening, go through the motions, go through tomorrow morning, and then
I want to
be
get
able
my
to
bow
head back
fixed.
into the.
I would
And,
like to train.
You don't even have to take that to anyone. It's literally just restringing it, which I
Alright, I'm just
assume
gonna-
that you keep
I'd
a
like to
couple
just
strings
Fix
on
my
you.
bow.
Yeah.
And what else do I want to do? I mean, I'll go and try and hawk this stuff. This chain shirt flail. I'm gonna keep
Okay.
the wooden flute because it's cool. I'm gonna keep the silver necklace with bloodstone pendant because it's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what all are you selling?
Chain shirt and a flail.
Anything that's on the weapon or adventuring gear, right? Anything that's on those tables, you can sell at half the price. You don't have to ask me about. Like, obviously, only do that
Okay.
during downtime. Only do that during downtime, please. But yeah, you can just be, hey, I'm selling this stuff, and then go calculate it, and that's how much you get for it. It's half price.
Okay, and then I'd like to go and visit fucking God, I don't even remember their names, so I've never interacted with them. Armor Woman and not Armor Woman. Defense or Weapon Man.
Armor Man and Weapon Man?
Oh, they're men. I thought there was a woman and a man and they were married.
No, it's
Nope.
two
Uh,
dudes.
No, they're two men and they're married.
There are
God
two
damn.
men in there, man.
Imbric and Avi.
Yep,
That's
Imbric and
fine. It
Abby.
was just very unclear to me that that's
You
how
just-
it was.
Is it fine,
Yes,
Is it
it's
fine?
fine.
Zach?
And the name of their
Fine
store
with
is
me,
Steam.
yeah.
All of the above is fine. So yeah,
Yes.
I don't think Bones has ever encountered Imbric and Avi, or have you?
Nope. 25 gold. For
I mean,
that.
I know like Gad. Actually, I don't even think Gad did.
No, I didn't deal with that shit.
So Bones, you make your way over to the Steam and Steel, and
I'll come with since I haven't met them before.
sure. You will both meet Imbric and Avi, the fire and water Genasi owners of the Steam and Steel, a weaponsmith and an armor smith that are perpetually hot and cold for one another and constantly bickering. So, what are you after?
All right, so I will introduce myself as somewhat of a craftsman myself, and
So they'll show interest in, oh, what do you craft?
you know, I mostly work with bone and bone adjacent things.
So Avi kind of gets this aloof attitude, just kind of like, oh, okay.
Which one is Avi? Is Avi the armor one or the weapon one?
Armor one.
Okay.
Avi is the water genasi.
It's the one that I want help from.
And
Okay.
Imbric is Imbric's kind of like, oh, okay, that's cool, sure.
Yes, thank you. I showed
Making-
them my.
making stabby
my-
things with stabby things. That makes
I
sense.
showed them my double-bladed scimitar that I made. that
Okay,
is
so-
bone
so-
adjacent.
Avi is a little aloof about it, but when you showed that off, Avi is
Mhm.
like, oh, okay, that is good
Bone
craftsmanship,
adjacent.
right?
Thank you. Mhm. So I got a lot of bone stuff, and I was wondering if you could help me. Now, 'cause leather is not really my thing. Incorporate it into my studded leather, double studded leather plus. I'm not really sure. Super studded leather is a working title I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Okay. So you're just looking for help from a leather worker to introduce some of your bone takings into your studded leather.
Yeah, I got like a whole shitload of teeth.
Yeah, dude,
Sure.
replace
I got some
Yeah, I mean that's
the
basically
stud.
what that would be. Is Abby will assist you in basically replacing these studs of the leather with bone pieces, with teeth and shards and like knuckle bones and things like that. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
But I'm looking to also make it better.
As in,
Not,
+1 studded armor.
you know, masterwork. Or +1.
So
Not magical, obviously. We can't make it magical.
that is something that
Yeah.
you could eventually work up to, but that's going to be a while of crafting and trying and crafting and trying and crafting. You're not a master worker, and actually,
I know, that's why I'm seeking help.
actually, neither is Abby.
Okay, well,
or
we're gonna
Avi
go on
to
this journey
be,
together then.
right? Yeah. So like you can definitely help each other, but basically you lending your knowledge of bone, Avi lending his knowledge of basically armoring, craftsmanship,
Fine with me.
armorship.
Yeah, that's fine. Relationship established.
Sure, sounds good. Okay,
Sick.
and I'll come
What?
up with some
Relationship
parameters.
established.
Yeah, I'll come up with some parameters of how
We've
that would
acquired
work,
friendship
like
status.
what it will cost you to be able to like go over to the Steam and Steel and use their facilities, right? Et cetera, et cetera. We'll see. I'll come up with something as to how that would. Okay, cool. What else is going on in this little period of downtime? Doesn't have to be anything else, guys. By the way, you don't have to do stuff, but
Alchemy!
alchemy.
There
heck
was
yeah.
something.
I have
that
something
wanted-
I'd like to do.
Sure.
I would like to train and practice at swapping between my Kensei weapons
Okay, meaning, what's your goal?
to not have to use 2 turns to swap my weapons.
Not gonna happen.
That would take a dual wielder feat.
Not without some sort of magical enhancement or some sort of feat ability.
Stupid.
It's stupid for me to have to do the thing that everyone else is having to do.
Even
Okay.
Merle says stupid.
Gotcha. Well, Merle also says that running a game is up to each individual DM. So we'll go with that. You can train on something like that, but even if we were
I don't want your bullshit excuse if I can't do it.
even if we were to train on, like, try to use a house rule of you can train to learn feats, it would take you months, if not years, to train something like that. So, what else are we doing?
How many wyvern teeth I use on my armor? 10? 20?
How many wyvern teeth do you have?
I have 20.
You have 20?
15? I don't know how many studs are in a studded leather.
I don't know how many studs are in a studded leather either. I will get back to you on that.
Roger that.
I would like to do business with Fala.
Okay. You head over to Fala's shop, which I cannot remember the name of right at this
I
moment.
follow to the. We'll get there in 2 seconds.
It's called Corlum's Crown.
Corlin's
That one,
Crown.
Corlin's Crown.
Yeah, there you go. Corlin being the basically the
Deity.
head god of the elves. Did you just say dick?
No, deity.
Oh, I was like, he is a bit of a dick, yeah. But
He is-
damn.
yeah, that's not wrong either.
Like,
but
holy crap.
no,
All
he's
right,
a
so
deity.
yeah, okay. So you head over to Corlin's Crown, find Fala, who you both already established a little bit of a relationship with at this point.
Mine is stronger than his.
Sure. let's compare relationships.
He wasn't supposed to find this place.
Compare relationships. Which one is bigger?
Oh, yeah, which one is bigger? So Fala will welcome you into their shop. What need have you of them?
Hey, Fala, I would like to request a service from you, if I can. If you're not too busy.
Yes, that's a thing.
Currently, I'm staying at the Trollskull Manor, and I'm planning on starting to brew some potions that are going to require some attention that I'm not going to be able to provide as I will be away. Is there any way I could have you maybe periodically, like once a day, check on them to make sure that things are going well?
Fala looks at you. But you buy potions from me. You want to have me check on you making potions that you would otherwise buy from
Wait,
me.
do you sell graders here?
Oh. Paula's eyes widen a little bit.
Oh, do I?
I do not. I find that there is a much more limited need for such items. In fact, they can be hard to offload at times. So I, myself, do not bother, since they are a bit more time and effort and expense.
As I am well aware.
But if you are going to be needing them, I could alter that.
Provide them at full price.
No,
Okay.
so before this takes like 30 minutes to negotiate, right? Fala will basically say,
What? to
Fala
hire
will
her
ask
for, like,
about your
a
setup,
10-day.
right? Fala will ask about your setup and how many potions would they be checking on?
My setup is going to be a custom alchemy stand, which has room for 4 bottles at once. They will be holding the contents required to brew
Yeah.
greater
Fala
healing potions.
waves all the rest of that away, right? And looks at Ezra. Are you in on this?
Maybe.
Fala wants
Yeah.
to know how many
I-
potions they're checking on.
Yes,
total.
but between your tutelage and what I can learn from Mr. Ashes, we're looking to put something together in the manner for sustainability.
Sure. So Fala will say this, right? What's the brewing time on graders? Can't remember off the top of my
10-day.
head.
A week.
A 10
A
day.
week.
Or some shit.
It is a-
So Fala will say this, right? So
Call me
Fala
Mister.
will check on your alchemy set, right? For the price of 5 gold per potion per week. Okay?
Not that bad.
With the caveat, right, that Fala will start brewing their own greater healing potions, and you will buy at least 5 per 10 day at full price from Fala.
Jesus fuck.
So, let's see. How much does a grater
that?
cost?
A lot, probably.
I'm pretty. Actually, I
Around
can figure that out.
250 gold
It
pieces,
costs
roughly.
200 gold
1,000 gold a week?
for one grater.
God damn. Just fucking teach
That's the
me
thing.
how to do it.
So Fala will check on your stuff for a greatly reduced price, right? We'll make sure your stuff keeps going as long as you're buying a consistent supply from them.
There is no way I can guarantee that I will have 1,000 gold per 10 day.
Just fucking train Anastas. His ass has to do something.
So, okay, negotiations, right? Fala will...
The dungeon giveth and the dungeon taketh away.
We'll start with 2. But I won't watch more than 10 stations. So basically, right, still the 5 gold per potion per week, okay, to watch them. And you buy 2 graders per week.
So
Is
if
this
we're gonna
like
RP this,
daycare?
I'm gonna tell her I'm gonna have to talk to my party about it, or we can just meta this right now if there's something we want to
Yeah,
agree to.
meta it. Have at it.
Is this like daycare where you pay whether or not they go? Like you're paying for the spot?
What do you mean?
Well, for daycare you have to pay whether or not the child goes.
No, well,
Like I'm saying, like, do they have to buy the 2 potions a week whether or
Yes.
not she watches any potions?
but yes, basically,
I know, I said they. That's what I said.
they will not watch your potion stations if you don't buy 2 potions from them in a week.
What? 2 potions in a week?
Yeah,
Or 2 potions every week that they watch it?
yeah, every week that they watch them, basically.
So if
if
watch potions, buy 2 potions.
Yes.
So you guys are spending 100 gold per station, plus.
No,
what is it?
she said 5.
5 gold.
They said 5
No, I
gold.
know, but materials are 100 gold.
Correct.
Plus 5 gold per day.
Yeah.
Is that per station?
Yeah, that's per station.
So in a 10-day, that's another 50. So you're paying 150 gold? Plus you have to
So,
buy 2
Here's
potions?
the thing. I already have in
150
my
gold.
inventory.
Because it's 100 gold for a. You said they can brew it at half the cost, right?
I have
Yeah.
400 gold worth of alchemy components to make 4 graders right now. So to get them to watch these 4 potions, it would just be 20 gold because it just takes a 10-day to brew.
Yeah.
Right?
20 gold per day. Isn't that right?
Was it? No, it was 20 gold per potion.
5 gold per
It's-
potion per day.
No,
Per
it's not per day. It's not 5 gold
per
per
week.
potion. It's per week. It's per 10-day.
Oh, I thought
So-
it was per day.
So,
Okay.
so if you
That's
were to brew,
not as bad.
if you were to brew 10 potions over the course of a week, right? It would cost you
20
50
gold.
gold. 50. 5 gold per potion.
Oh, 10. He said he was going to per 4.
Yeah.
What-
I mean, I'm only doing 4 right now.
So for 4, right? Okay, so my apologies, right? Going into this, I thought you were trying to set up something that you wanted to do continuously every week after week, over and over and over again.
I mean,
If you
Oh,
I
just
was planning on doing it
until the
assuming it
money
had
runs out next week.
funding.
okay, right? Other fans of math here, right? Sure. This is classic D&D though. This is communication and trying to figure out exactly what people are wanting. If you're not
Mhm.
trying to do something week after week after week, Follow will say, Follow will basically say, if you just want me to watch these 4 potions, I'll do it for 20 gold per potion.
Jeez.
It's time and money that they're not getting something for. It's not like I get to, not like they pop over there and it's, oh, everything's good. No, they have to stir things, empty containers, make
Bring
sure
it back
things
to a
are.
boil.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
It's time and effort. And it's time and effort that if they were doing it themselves and they sold the potions to you, they'd be selling them for 200 a pop. So,
Well, I mean, honestly, like, they should probably brew some because we'll probably buy
well,
them.
so they're probably going to at this point, right? But
Okay.
that's
Well,
the
then,
scenario. They don't want to
for
start
these
brewing them
4
unless they're sure that you guys are going to start buying them.
I feel very confident we were going to buy some. Don't go crazy.
Well,
Don't swap entire production.
so, right? Okay. So, is that acceptable? 20 gold per potion?
20 gold per person, so I will.
Follow
give
will
her-
check each day to see if you all are in, and if you are not, right, you can coordinate with like CNA to make sure that
Yeah,
Follow has
I'll make sure
access or
CNA
whatever.
knows that Follow will be stopping by.
So Follow
So
will
they can check on the
come
potions.
and check on your potions every day. 20 gold per potion. So if that's 4 potions, that's
That
gonna be
is
80 gold
10 platinum.
and platinum.
So that's 100 gold.
You only have 4 potions.
Oh, I thought you said she'd do the looking for over for a week for 100 gold.
No, for 20 gold per potion.
Okay.
It's like I say things, but they don't exist.
You were saying a lot of math, so I was not listening at all.
Yeah, but you two, like I say like there's a 5 and a 3, and you immediately shut down.
Hey, I do some stuff really good, but
Jake,
this
you're like
last 20 minutes, I just was done.
1,000 anti-maths.
8.
Yeah, I mean, so here's the thing about like this type of stuff. It's not fun. It's not evocative. It's not like glittery, but it's super D&D, right? It's super is like it's D&D. Like getting down into that nitty gritty and being like, hey, wait.
You guys do your math. Tell me what I owe, and I'm fine with it.
Right?
That's one of the few times where I'm no.
Okay, so
I'm not the DM. I don't care.
We're gonna do 80 gold to watch the 4 potions over the next 10 days.
All right, so that's 40 a
8
pop.
platinum has been placed on.
Nope. Take 4 back because I am helping you, asshole.
Okay, I will put 4 back. More math.
And Fala will.
Hey, I can handle 4 platinum. Shut up.
Fala will start production on some of their own potions under the assumption that you all are going to be interesting, but we're not going to get to that route of establishing a contract and brewing this many potions every 10 day, etc., etc., etc. Okay, maybe we'll get there eventually as you guys start to have.
Look,
when you guys eventually get to the point to where you can't consume basics like crack and you have to start consuming graders like crack. We'll get to that point. Anyways, so it is after 10, but I feel dooky ending a session on the surface world. We're not even in the dungeon of the Mad Mage right now, boys.
No, just end it now. We'll go back in. I am perfectly okay with where we stopped. Mitch, you're muted like usual.
Yeah.
We'll be ready to go in and fuck up some shit.
Fuck up some shit.
But
Heck
only
yeah. How
after
close
Ashes goes and sets
Someone
up
help
his
me out.
alchemy station.
Oh, I bet Jake has the answer here. Someone help me out. How far away are you guys from level 6?
A while. Like
I mean, it's still plenty, sure, but what are you guys like?
5K or something?
30% of the way?
I think it's 14,000 and we're at 9.
Yeah.
So.
That's not super.
Is it 14 or
far
15?
away.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
14 and change, I think.
I don't think it's
Gotcha.
a change.
Well, it's at least 14.
I want to tell
It's
you all.
it's 14
that
even. Yep.
I am extremely exasperated
Sad that I can go to that page in the book that quickly.
because
What page is it?
you guys
It's
are
like 14.
you guys are dancing around certain rooms or encounters that lead to
On
certain
purpose.
things.
It's sad that I could tell you what page it was fucking
I'm
on.
like-
15.
I'm
Jesus
like-
Christ.
I'm very interested for you guys to finish off a couple of things. I'm curious as to what's going to happen next time on Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
Dungeon of the
Do
Mad
we still have the
Dungeon
same
of
magic
the
item
Mad
list, or did that roll over yet?
It's been 8 hours.
Okay, well, maybe we caught it at the end of an auction cycle. I don't know.
No, I'm pretty sure at this point though, like gauging, at least in the beginning, right? Gauging how.
It has not. It's been 24.
True.
Oh,
it's
he
been
fucking
24.
got you. He fucking
You got me.
boomed you.
I think we're probably gonna operate on a weekly rotation, is what it'll be.
God damn. So long. I'm hungry.
That-
I'm hungry
that-
for magic
I'm
items.
pretty sure what that's gonna end up being is like a level or 2 of the dungeon is how that's gonna work. Which makes sense. I don't want to give you guys access to 150 items in 3
I'd
days.
like to seek out the black market, please.
Okay. Keep heading on down to Skullport and the Xanathar's Guild, my friend.
Well, now I'm afraid I'm gonna get taken.
Okay then. All right. Well, I had fun, guys. We
Yep.
will be
too.
playing next week, and we will be playing the week after that. But then we will be off because 4 of us will be in Wisconsin.
You're coming to Wisconsin!
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
2 of you will newly be in Wisconsin.
Well,
We've
yes.
always been in Wisconsin.
My math was not wrong.
It makes it sound weird when you say 4 of us are going to be in Wisconsin.
The thing is, currently, 2 of us are in Wisconsin. When they say 4 of us are going to be in Wisconsin, that means 2 more are joining.
Yeah.
This is
exactly.
math. I don't
Thank you
suck
for that
at it
play-by-play.
sometimes.
We were very confused until
Does that
that.
count? As
I
a
was
J-splain?
confused.
That
I
counts
needed
as a
to talk it
J-splain,
out.
doesn't
Shut
it?
up.
I'm pretty sure that counts as a J-splain.
That was
Anyways.
very much a
You know what?
J-splain.
I don't like
I'm
this.
okay.
I don't like this.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it.
I don't accept this.
This is
all
why
right.
Jay is my favorite.
All right, everybody. I had fun. We are done for the
Thank you,
evening.
everybody.
We'll see what happens next time. on
We
Dungeon.
lived, boys.
Yeah, you guys. What are you talking about? You lived. You aced those
Flapping
manticores.
wings terrified the fuck out of me.
Yeah, I had no issues at that.
I was assuming a group of wyverns. I'm like, well, we might be fucked.
I was more worried about I am.
Nah. Unless Jay did something stupid.
Yeah, that's what I was
Dude.
worried about. Is does
yeah.
does
Does Jay do something stupid?
we will see
I
what
did not
stupid
do
things
something
we do next time.
Thank you, everybody.
on
Thanks for
Dungeons and
joining
Mad
us.
Mage. Have a good one, everybody.
Right.
Bye.
Farewell.
No.